recording. You start whatever.
Oh, shit. Okay, welcome to the HisBrother Podcast. As usual, we have Billis in the corner. He's not mic'd up right now, but he's saying what up. You know, he's throwing up gang signs and shit. Big Norm, the Storm.
Big Norm, the Storm with the form like no other in the warm.
Watch the Swarm.
Nice.
Yeah.
And Rosos, just in case you didn't know, So's tucked in the corner, you already know.
Word,
Sign
word.
language. We have a guest today, special guest. Franco Philo P, you already know. I don't know if you guys know him out there. If you do, just give it like a little round of applause. We'll hear it.
What's going on? What's going on? Respects. Is it on?
Yeah. You checked in. Okay, so what were we just talking about? A tuna sandwich of the day?
It's more specifically a Tito tune.
A Tito.
Okay, and for those of you viewers and listeners out there that don't know what the fuck a Tito is, no, it's not one of the members of the Jackson 5. A Tito is a Filipino uncle. And it's a part of me that I embody when it comes to my humor. I take a lot of humor from my corny-ass uncles that borderline... Fuck you. Yo, you remember when uncles used to, like, borderline molest you when you were a kid? And this is not... I'm not talking actual molesting, but when they would fuck with you and tickle you, they would tickle you in places they're not supposed to be touching in today's standards. I have my uncles would, like, hold me down, tickle my armpits, pull down my pants, and flick my dick and laugh. Like, hey, tickle, hey, Norman, are you ticklish, huh? And they're just holding me down, you know, doing this stupid shit and laughing, and this is just jokes. But nowadays, if you were to do that, I'd be like, yo, uncle, you just molested me. You know what I'm saying?
Everything's
But back in the
amplified, bro.
But the point of that is not to creep people out right now. It's just to say, Tito humor is a very specific humor, and and it's also tied to the music they listen to. And I have this weird affinity for the stupid, soft rock uncle songs. It's random shit that I listened to when I was in the Philippines. But I feel there's still gems that I feel people need to hear.
What's it called, Norm?
Are you ready, guys?
I'm ready.
Let's hear it.
David Gates was part of this band called Bread. So just type in Bread, okay? And there's a song called If. All right?
What's bread in Tagalog again?
Video?
Tinapay.
Tinapay.
Okay.
Yo, speaking of
By
the Titos
David Gates.
fucking around with you guys, I remember back in the day, they'll be like, Hoy, Totoy, let me see your titi. I give you $5.
Yeah, let me see your titi. Oh, is your titi bigger than last time?
See, I feel like I feel left out, honestly.
We gotta let the people let me hear this. Listen to the lyrics. This is another one of those tunes that you could chintify, that you could reggaify real quick. You know that?
If a picture paints 1,000 words, then I can reach you.
Ready for this lyric?
The words will never show the you I've come to know.
Okay, now sing in Tito accent.
Face would launch 1,000 ships, then where am I to go? Where am I to go? Huh? There's no one home but
Gotta
you.
put reverb on this part.
You're all that's left me to.
Tinapay.
And when
Bars.
Bars nice.
For life is running dry.
Sky singing so much.
And pours. Okay, this is the lyric right here. This is the lyric. Lover boy shit.
if a man could be two places at one time, I'd be with you.
Tomorrow and today.
Beside you all the way.
Tune. Okay. Let me just take that back a second, guys. If a man can be two places at one time, I'd be with you tomorrow and today.
Jeez.
Beside you all the way. 1970s sweeter man bars right there.
They're not writing like that no more. Now it's just like
Today.
When I heard that, I was traveling through the Philippines, just going through the roads of Baguio, listening to my uncle's CD that he had. Or it was not even a CD, it was a cassette tape. The greatest hits of Bread. And I heard these bars, I was like, yo, these are prolific lyrics. I'm sitting there listening to like, I bomb atomically, Socrates' philosophies, and all here. Then out of nowhere, if a man could be two places at one time, I'd be with you tomorrow and today. I was like, ooh! If I was to say that with a fucking Queens accent, I'd sound cool as shit.
Some Escobar.
Yo, son. Hey, shorty, if I could be two places at one time, I'll be with you tomorrow and today.
But what does that say, like, about the songwriting in the past? Does it mean, like, a lot of guys just fell for love and then end up getting heartbreak and was like, oh, fuck, now I gotta sing about this shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of Chicago's, Peter Cetera, all that stuff, like, that stuff's, like, beautifully sonically, but it's heartbreaking shit. You know what I'm saying? It's
Where
like,
it comes from, man.
like, Look Away, like, that song is crazy.
They had this one line where he's talking about a girl that so happened to be, her name is Aubrey. Not Drake, but the song is like, and Aubrey was her name, and he just talks about this girl that he's still trying to woo, trying to get, but he can never get her. And he finally gets her, but he only has her like for a short period of time. But he's just so proud of it. And he's like, God, I miss the girl. And I'd go a million times around the world just to say that she was mine for a day. And I was like, oh, shit. You making me fall in love with this chick. Who is she? But there's that folk music that I feel kids these days aren't that hip to, unfortunately, because there's not enough OGs
Putting them on.
putting them on to shit, and they don't care to listen to the OGs. You know that are putting them on to some shit. Like when people would say, "Yo, listen to James Brown, listen to Teddy Pendergrass, Isley Brothers," I took heed. I was like, "All right, I want to know what you guys know. I want to know what made babies back in the day." You know what I mean? That's pertinent information.
Do you feel like, though, so when music would get passed back in the day, it was a lot more different than now, right? So it'd be like, yo, listen to this record, and they'd hand you a record or a cassette or CD.
It was a form of currency.
Yeah. But now, I think with, like, so much selection and variety, it's like,
Hard
you
to
know,
choose.
you could easily be like, yo, or even like with, like, for instance, podcasts, like, yo, watch the podcast. Be like, yeah, sure, there's like 1,000. You know what I'm saying? But it's the substance, right? That
Yeah.
sticks to the ribs. So
It's like a radio show too, right? Like people don't listen to the radio as often because like it's all localized, right? But there's not many syndicated radio stations no more like there used to be. I mean, Breakfast Club is one of the few, but who really listens to the Breakfast Club for the music?
Nobody.
Now you listen
Yeah.
to just hear
It's
what
like content,
Charlamagne
yeah.
is gonna say or what he's gonna fuck up or what Angela is gonna drop some hot news inside scoops.
So when do y'all think love songs died? Because it did, right? Like, there's no like, I mean, love songs come out every now and then.
It's not like when our parents were young, you know, and that's what was a tool for us that was like putting us on was like our only playlist, you know, going back to what you just said, was what our parents were playing.
Right.
Now kids come up, parents got Spotify, they got Apple Music, so they can listen to whatever they like. I was listening to everything my parents were listening to up until I was like 9-10 years old. So that stuff kind of just sat with me and resonated with me forever. So then I go back when I'm older, start listening to it. But before, you know, we didn't have that power. Now the kids have the power to just play and listen to whatever they want to listen to. And so there is no reason for them to like go back unless they really, really want to, because nobody's putting them on like that.
That's true. We were forced to listen to what our peers would listen to. And I say forced very lightly just because, you know, naturally you would listen to what your peers around you are listening to, right?
So like environmental
influence and whatnot.
influence.
But now because you could just find whatever you want on the internet to satisfy your own personal cravings, it's almost like you get to it faster than how we would get to it. Like
The access.
we'd have to like figure out what we like. We'd hear it and be like, nah, I don't like this. Hear that. Now it's like wait, I like that. Let me look for it and look for more of that, and boom, you've already, attached yourself to a genre of music without the need of like a whole environment or a whole group of people like peer pressuring you to like that certain sound or not. Whatnot.
What's fucked up to me is like, you'll be surfing through the net and then you'll just hear a song and then like you'll be like, damn, what song is that? Like, even though it's just as easy to just go on Google and search,
Yeah.
it's even easier now. Now the song will be right there for you to just press on and then like
Yeah,
Shazam, yeah.
sometimes Shazam's not even needed anymore because it's already there.
it's like that access is nuts. Like, I don't know. For me, I just remember specifically a time when I got a phone call and this guy was like, oh, something fell off the truck. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And for all the earlier listeners, the younger listeners, there was a rapper named Can I Bus or Cannabis. And it was his
I'ma
first...
let the world know the truth. You don't want me to shine, study my rhyme, but then I let my vocals after my what?
That's a bitch move, something that a homo rapper would do.
So if you say platinum, you only drop it close.
So this guy was building himself up on enough features, was on crazy mixtapes, and his album's about to drop, and I get a phone call. I'm in Florida now, and I get a phone call, and it's like, yo, I got a thing that fell off the truck, you know what I'm saying? Slide by, boom! We got hit with, like, the largest shipment of cannabis albums. Like,
That's why his shit didn't sell.
and we flooded the block. We flooded the block. Yo, hey, man, statute of limitations, dog. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, we had them things, and it was going out like packs, bro.
Yo, I bet
People,
you.
Yo, let me get a 10. Oh, you want a 10-pack? Cuz?
I feel like
Yeah,
LL was
ride.
probably like, yo, man, just dump his albums on the street. Get him out there so he can't so the money doesn't funnel back to him.
LL sent me a box of FUBU. LL was like, yo, hey, man, good looks on that alley-oop, bro.
Hold on, real quick, though. Pebs, Frankie, have you guys ever heard of cannabis?
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
Y'all remember
yeah,
cannabis, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
Yo, how old do you think I am?
I would say you are, because Flip don't ship, you a 33-year-old Filipino.
Born 85.
85.
85?
83. We're 80s babies over here.
Crazy.
So yeah, you're within the era, so you know exactly who cannabis is.
East and West though. East and West right here though.
Are you a West
Hey.
Westenders?
Yeah, I'm from Sauga still.
Oh, Sauga
Throw it
side,
up.
Mrs. Sagwa.
Throw that dub up.
Yo, Maryland Monroe buildings, fam.
Yo, those buildings are crazy, eh?
Shout out Hazel
Oh,
McCallion.
shout out Hazel, 96, going strong. Do you know who that is, John?
No, I have no idea.
For those of you listening in the States or outside of the greater Toronto area, Hazel McCallion, what was it?
McCallion.
Hazel McCallion, one of the oldest mayors
Okay.
to ever run a city. She was 90 plus, still running
Yeah,
Mississauga.
Got
One of the
caught
few
drink-
cities
Yeah.
in the country that is not in debt. They have a surplus of money in Mississauga. And someone told me it's because
I did not
they
know that.
sell
Word.
Dasani water. They sell water to Dasani.
They sell water to Dasani.
That's what
shit-
I haven't
That's crazy.
fact
I
I
am
didn't
a
know
hustler,
that.
baby.
That's
I
what I
sell
was
water
told.
to
No
Dasani.
wonder. It tastes
What?
different.
You know,
Get the
Yo,
they,
fuck out of here,
they say
Billy.
5 times filtered because naturally Mississauga water is already 5 times filtered. That's why girls look a certain way there, I guess.
Yo, for real? What the hell?
Oh,
Well,
wait.
that's Mississauga tap,
Yo.
bro.
So Mississauga women look different than Scarborough women?
I used to always say that because it was almost like I've seen too many Scarborough hood rat chicks back in the day that when I would go to Mississauga, there was something, I don't want to say cleaner about them, but there was something more untouched, almost like they've been ran through a Brita filter. You know what I'm saying? There's something about it. I was like, yeah, you haven't been. I don't even want to use words like tainted or anything because that's not the word. They was just like, you know, water in the morning.
Yep.
It's just as murky as like the water at night and middle of the day, but it's just the stone hasn't been casted into the water yet to create the ripple.
Okay.
Mississauga to me is unrippled. Mississauga women to me at the time when I was in my teens, early 20s, to me was unrippled water, where the stone hasn't created that ripple.
So here's the crazy part.
It's still water.
Being out here for a couple of years now, I get asked all the time from back home, and they're always like, yo, what them girls like up there? You know what I'm saying? If they haven't already been here. Because enough Toronto women or people from, obviously, Canada travel to Florida like crazy. You know what I'm saying? That snowbird shit's
The
real.
snowbirds.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Snow pigeons.
with that being said, they're always like, yo, so how is it living there? You know, like, what's it like? How are the girls? And I'm like, okay, well, what I've noticed is down south, you don't really, I mean, you could be pretty in the face. You could be like dolled up, but that shit don't really matter if your body is banging because we're looking at it half of the time of the year, or 90% of the time of the year, I should say.
Always exposed, right?
Yeah.
You got rocking bikinis,
Shorts, pum shorts, sundresses. Like imagine every day going
24/7.
outside. Yeah, the sexuality levels is heightened. You know, so guys are having. You know, you're not really selecting. You just doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like just body counts. And then up here, I notice like we go through a period where like it's animalistic in the summer. I done seen women and men look at each other like it's fucking like we're gonna eat each other for sure. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, babies. You know, let's do it. And it's like that for real. That I feel like the energy is like heightened, and then it
Like
gets.
we're actually in heat.
Yeah, no,
Wow,
literally
in heat.
in
You
heat,
know what I'm
in
saying?
heat, double heat,
You're
heat
forever
squared.
in heat in Florida.
It's heat squared. So up here, and once it switches to winter, it's a different focus. We have to focus on the face, the hands, whatever's exposed, really, because everything's covered by fucking.
Like,
So I know-
damn, look at that nose bridge.
winter.
No, straight up, I was like, yo, you know how the girls out here eyebrow game is fucking insane. I'm in the cosmetology business, so I know when out here, I'm like, every girl's got their eyebrows fucking flawless out here. Kudos to y'all.
So you're
'Cause
saying
that
Florida's all body and Toronto's all face and eyebrows?
Well, I mean, the concentration. You know, like think about where you're exposed more times of the year. You know, like I feel like that's what I was focused to more. I mean, I'm not looking at your body because I'm kind of just rolling the dice now. You know, or I'm guessing. It's a guessing game. You know, like that's why when a guy's like getting with a girl up here, I'm like, oh, you know, like how do they? Because you obviously try to figure out the dynamic. Whenever you go to a new city, you got to figure out the move like that.
Yeah,
You know,
real.
so you can't be no fucking green out there. So. I'm trying to figure out the mechanics of the man-woman thing, you know, like how are, you know, because I've never been the one to approach a woman, you know what I'm saying? I kind of made it where, like, you know, it's more like she's coming towards me, she shows interest first, because I just don't have that in me. I don't do that. Like, I'm just, plenty of guys I hang out with, whatever, they got their own thing, you know, they cast a stone or they kick some game, whatever, cool. Like, I just was more reserved like that. So moving here, it's like, oh, okay, like I have to really go above and beyond to
Yeah,
kind of
no
just
one's
like,
gonna talk to you
get
down
past
here.
this like door of entitlement of sorts or whatever, you know, like, but I get it, you know, it's just different everywhere because I've lived in a lot of cities and let me tell you, some cities I lived in, man, you don't really gotta do too much, you know, you just gotta be nice, you know what I'm saying, whatever, but out here,
That's why I was afraid to always go to Atlanta.
oh man, they love you out there.
Bro, every guy I know that's moved to Atlanta, and most of them, surprisingly enough, were Filipino. I know at least 4 dudes that moved to Atlanta, but they never left.
Word.
But they also have like 4 kids from like
Listen.
3 different women.
Atlanta's 12-1.
Damn.
And he
At
said
least.
they're
Atlanta's what?
ruthless.
Atlanta's 12-1 for sure.
Women to
Ratio.
men ratio.
Yo, imagine this. I'm in Lenox Mall with a chick I'm not even with. We go to Foot Locker. We sit down. A pack of chicks come in. You know, they're doing their thing. The girl I'm with goes to go to the women's side to check out some sneakers. One of the girls from the pack comes over. She says, you fucking her or what? She with you or what? They're that aggressive.
Damn.
Not all of them, so don't fucking kill me, but that's how aggressive that situation was right there. So at that moment, I was just like, oh, shit, no. Like, if they want it, they will fucking get it. Or they will at least try to get it, you know? And they will accomplish a lot of goals. And it just happens. Because when you're outnumbered, you know what I'm saying? Like, plus, like, there's a lot of, like, just down low stuff, you know? Like, it's just crazy out there. Atlanta's dope, though, in retrospect. Like, in totality. It's one of the dopest cities I've ever, like, been in, lived in. Like, that shit is crazy out there. Yeah,
lived there too, bro?
super eclectic. Super eclectic out there. Yeah, man. The music and shit, all that shit took me to a lot of places, but then the trapping took me everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, because once you have money, you have access. You know, and you can just stay anywhere, you know, and trap wherever, you know, and then the hustle just switches. You know. Well, let's not talk about Backpage.
Yeah.
Yo, what were you gonna say about the mayor just now?
I was gonna say.
No, I'm saying back to what Norm was saying about the girls in Sauga.
Okay.
So how you saying how they're filtered or from Brita, right? So I was saying I was thinking the reason why is because it's a suburb.
It
We're
is a
we're not connected like Toronto, and I feel that Scarborough should be its own city. To be honest, it shouldn't be part of Toronto because it's too big to like manage. You know, we have Etobicoke, Rexdale, Malton. You know what I mean? Those places. So Sauga was late in terms of development. You know, we just had square one.
Can we get a time frame, like year frame?
Probably like 93, 92.
93. Okay.
I was gonna say what Scarborough was in the 70s is what Mississauga is now.
Okay.
Right. So give Mississauga, well, I wouldn't even say give Mississauga 20, 30 years before it becomes run down like Scarborough.
Yeah.
Because Hazel has done such a great
Exactly.
job.
Yo,
That's
I was even
So
saying
forgive my
that.
So
ignorance.
we'll never get to that.
Forgive my ignorance, but Brampton's further than Mississauga?
North,
West?
just north.
Just a bit north. So,
North, okay.
So think of like if Scarborough was Mississauga, and they're like, all right, let's create a Malvern and ship all the immigrants up top there, like
Okay.
push them north away from the waterfront where the bluffs are, and
Which is
whatnot,
Brampton.
where we are right now. And then so Brampton is pretty much like the north, like what Rexdale is to Etobicoke, what Malvern is to
Okay.
Scarborough, what like
Milton is like Markham.
right, exactly. So Brampton is that to
Okay.
Mississauga. Let's send the immigrants over there cheaper.
But not further west, just northwest, like north.
Northwest, Burlington, Hamilton, and then now you're going Niagara, right?
Yo, what were you gonna say about the mayor, fam?
Yeah, so Hazel, the reason why I feel Sauga is so developed and like spacious, because yo, she was building roads before she built houses and built infrastructure. She built like Burnham Thorpe Mavis to like 6 lanes. Those are just like Cowan and
But initially, 6 lanes out.
in like probably like the late 80s.
Yeah, because that was her making the assumption this is going to be a city as
Boom.
big as Toronto. So I'm not going to fuck up the streets knowing
Like Toronto.
there's going to be so much traffic. So let's go 6 lanes from jump.
Holy shit.
Toronto didn't think that far ahead. They're like,
Yo,
let's just
no
create this
mayor did in
grid.
the GTA.
For real, bro.
Like in the 70s, it was perfect for how much for our population at the time. But they didn't have in mind, okay, we're going to quadruple our population in the next 30, 40 years. And like, I don't know if you guys knew this, but in Chicago came down in the 70s to like learn from Toronto's infrastructure so they could apply that back there because they were like, this is very, it just works.
Yeah.
So Chicago came down, different developers and urban planners came, took the model, brought it back to Chicago, used it, built on it, and now it's great. They came back to Toronto for the Pan Am Games.
Mm-hmm.
The same developers and whatnot. And they were like, "Yo, you haven't changed in over 40 years,
man.
but you have 4 million more people. How the fuck do you expect to be able to run through this city thoroughly and like properly and efficiently if the roads are exactly the same as they were that many years back?" They're kind of like laughing at us, like, "What is this, guys? You're slipping. We came here to learn from you, and now we're, you guys are just sitting stagnant,
But Sauga
But
had
Sauga
it from
has
jump.
yeah, they knew from jump. So
Yo, they declined a subway line. They were gonna make it to square one, and then Hazel declined it. Well, for obvious reasons, right? You know what I mean? They don't want.
keep the rats away. We don't want you.
It's crazy, yo. One of the most, I guess, prejudiced, racist places in the GTA
Mm-hmm.
is in Canada. I think. Don't quote me though. Georgetown. I was just having a conversation with my brethren.
There's a Georgetown in Toronto.
I don't even know where
No,
that's at.
Georgetown is like in between Milton and Brampton.
Milton and Brampton, Georgetown.
Yo, they had like KKK there to like late 90s, bro.
I mean, they
Like
still
rallies
have there
and shit.
probably. Like they're just hidden.
You know what I mean? Fuck, I don't know if I should say shit.
No, bro, you can say whatever you want, man.
So yo, I took it in because like I did some work down there, right? So there's no public transit, bro. No public. That's the only place. Tell me a place where there's no public transit, other than like up north or whatever, right? But they probably still have it, you know.
No, they do. That's crazy.
Yo, they don't want certain people there.
I guess they just equate it to a certain type of poverty and a certain type of person. So
No, the reason why I brought like it came to my mind is obviously during this whole pandemic or whatever, right?
Uh-huh.
And I was looking places to dip. Remember I was telling you?
Yeah.
And I was like, Florida's not acting up. Fucking Arizona is still like an hour away from Cali. You know? So I was thinking the perception of like growing up in Canada being, you know, naive. You know, I have family in the States and I've always been to the States, right? But I never lived there, right? So me thinking, oh, everyone's strapped. It's gonna be dangerous. But that's just like fear, you know what I mean? Of not knowing.
I mean, take it from
Yeah.
a guy that's actually from the States
Yeah.
and from Florida of all places.
Yeah. Like I was
Where
thinking
everyone's
Parkland,
strapped
bro.
up.
You know, you heard Parkland?
Parkland.
Florida. It's like
Parkland,
near
Florida. It's in, like a little north of Coral
Yeah.
Springs, in Broward County.
it's
Yeah.
like
Holmberg Road.
yeah.
Oh, I know Parkland. Trust me, boy. You know their cops have the exact matching leaf color to their cars. It's exact. The paint is exact. Like they blend. Like, it's not even camo. You can't see the car.
Gotcha.
You can't
Gotcha.
even see the car. But you were thinking Parkland?
Yeah, just because I have kids and shit, right?
No, bro.
And then there's families.
Excellent
Yeah, it's
place to raise kids.
gated community.
Excellent, because it's police.
A house
bro.
is only like anywhere 600 to $1 million, and you have a pool.
Gated community.
Heron Bay.
All that shit.
There's 72 parks there, like tennis courts, ball courts.
So my father had a stroke. We used to work out post-stroke, right by Parkland. Like,
Yeah.
The parks literally they're on top of each other.
Is it diverse over there?
And that area is one of the safest places, bro. Apparently, up to date. And it's an hour away from Miami, so it's just like Niagara. You know what I mean? So
It's funny though. You just talk about KKK being in Georgetown. If there's a place
get
that
it.
I've felt
yeah,
racism just off the center, I'm like, oh, that's a racist glance right
Mm-hmm.
But just know, it's a little more even. Like that's the thing.
there. How far was it from Fort Myers? When
From where he's talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, so so Sawgrass, the highway's right there to 75. I'd say maybe from Parkland, 2.5, 3 hours tops.
okay,
2.5, 3 hours. That's west.
and there's a toll highway right there too,
but this is the
right?
places
So
where
who's taking a
racism-
toll?
So I'm gonna tell you something about that after this. I can't tell it on here. but-
Okay.
Frankie, no, baby. Hold up, man. You know you're Florida, boy. Hold up, man. Don't get me crunk, dog. See, when that Florida come out, I get crunk.
Yeah,
Shit.
I mean, this is the place where racists go to retire, right?
See, that's the thing too. Is racists will be everywhere, but like the South,
Yeah.
past this, what they call the Bible Belt,
Yeah.
everybody's got guns, so it's kind of even. You know what I'm saying? So like, if you approach me, like, there was one point where like it wasn't accessible though. Guns weren't like as crazy as it is now, you know, and it costs more and blah blah blah. But no, like, for sure.
But that's the reason why I brought up the Georgetown part. We don't know that that's literally neighbors to us, bro.
That's wild.
You know,
Up top, north.
right? Like, but they don't come to the city unless there's a hockey game or whatever. Argos.
So they just deal with whatever they're dealing with out there. Come whenever they need.
That's cool.
Get a
Keep
little bit of
them there.
city. Go back out.
Get out towns, you know.
I mean, no public transportation. Yeah, no, for sure. That's a different thing. I don't even know if I could fathom that. Unless you in like the Keys, like Key West, where like it's something like where everybody's kind of just got trailers. You know, no one's really dealing with houses because they get blown away with hurricanes every year.
Shit.
You know, you
Yeah.
just kind of just own your land, and then you just get trailers. My boy had a fucking ill setup out there one time. We went one spring break, pulled up, and I'm like, oh shit, this guy's got like 4 double wides connected. It was just like a fucking mansion, but it was like trailers. And he's like, yeah, you know, fuck it. Hurricane's gonna come blow this shit up. I got the insurance, you know what I'm saying? And get right back to it, baby. You know? But you said you traveled, like you went to the Phils recently?
Yeah.
You just got back? Or
No, 2020, right before the lockdown.
Right before the lockdown.
Right before the lockdown. So it's crazy because the news down there, I was seeing shit slightly earlier than Canada was.
Really?
So,
because of
like-
the hour difference? Or
Nah,
just-
'cause
it's just that much more
It's
advanced?
closer to like age, like their own news and stuff, their local
Okay.
news. You know what I mean?
So
'cause,
top of 2020, like January times.
yeah, I left January.
Because it started in March.
Yeah, I left January, came back end of February. It's crazy. Reason why I was there? 2019 September, my
For
grandma.
all the manok.
Let's switch right now.
Yeah.
All the what? What did you just say, Norm?
For the manok.
So explain that to people. Like,
Oh,
what-
manok. That's the chicks. The chicken. Yeah, manok is chicken in Filipino, in Tagalog.
Tagalog.
You know, it's the chicks.
There's so many chicks over there, man.
Okay, so you went to Air Force. Okay, you landed. You went straight to Air Force. Air Force One. I'm not talking Nikes, folks.
Holy fuck! I can't with this guy.
Air Force Ones is the magic city of Manila.
Yeah, so I went there.
For the chicks, okay.
2019, my grandma passed.
Oh, fuck.
Rest in peace. It's all good. So
Hola.
she lived down here for like majority of my life. You know what I mean? So take this in. She wanted to go back home probably, what is that? Maybe 2014, 15 for good.
Because they know when they're gonna die. They're like, yo, I want to die in my home.
Real. You know what I mean? Real shit. Because I said not to. Because I'm like, at least come back every 6 months. You know what I mean? And so you could get your OHIP and your medication and all that stuff. It's all covered. When you're down there, you got to pay. And who's paying? Kids, grandkids, you know what I mean? So it just opened my eyes. So anyway, she passed. When I went, I had like maybe 3 weeks in the island, right? To Cow Island, shout out. And I was busy because of the funeral, you know, burials and all that stuff. I was the only last grandchild there because everyone visited her in August. Then she passed away September, right? So when I had maybe 2-3 days of my free time, took a motorcycle with my cousin and just toured the island. And like this island's super remote. There's maybe like, I don't know, 20 cars. And then the rest is like motorcycles and tricycles and all that.
That's dope.
So my cousin down there is a nurse, right? So, you know, certain places don't have access, like certain roads. You know, it's still muddy and all that. So anytime there's any bad weather, they can't get anything. Food, you know what I mean, medication and all that, right? So it's crazy. It's just like, this man's on his fucking motorcycle. I'm fucking holding his, you know, vaccines or whatever their medication that he has to give to the, you know, the youths or whatever. And I was like, yo, this is crazy. You know what I mean? Like the nurse comes to you. So he sets up shop like in an abandoned basketball court, you know? And then people just start coming out.
Yeah.
Fucking, what's that? You know. You know, and people are just chilling and whatever.
Oh, is it Pfizer? Pfizer or hey, no, Johnson & Johnson? That's okay. Yo, I heard people turning shit down. They're like, nah, if it's not Pfizer, I don't want it. Philippines had all these.
That's crazy.
Rightfully so. They were given like, I guess they didn't. If it came from China, if it was a vaccine from China, they're like, oh, we don't want it. We want the Pfizer. AstraZeneca.
Why? Where's Pfizer from?
That's an American.
American,
Oh, American.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's. I was seeing some shit where like guys are on their. They had like washing stations. Like early in the pandemic, they had these stations for guys on their tricycles or on their bikes, and they just pull up, and they would literally hose them down.
No.
Just start hitting them with the foam brush.
Come on.
Fucking pour a bucket over them, some tabo pours of water, and then spray them with whatever chemical, and then they would just ride off, soaking wet, bro. Yo, if we could find the video, it's fucking hilarious, bro. Like a full-out car wash.
Person wash.
But a person wash and bike wash of the person before they go into the village. Bro, if I could find that video, it's so
Find it.
stupid. I could not believe it. I'm like, no, this is too far. This is too early in the game for you guys to be acting like this. If every person has to ride their bike
It's time consuming.
through and get fucking a full wash down with a fucking foam brush, bro, it's nonsense. But that's the Philippines, man. Everything's so
Yeah,
it's very
it's
basic,
simple,
bare
basic,
none.
Yeah.
Like
So yeah,
it's-
so
did you take baths with well water? Did you have to fetch pails?
my dad's problems,
Yeah,
not
okay.
my mom's. My mom,
Which province was that?
La Union. That's like
La
locals.
Union!
Yo, you have to pass Baguio to that.
Straight surfer town, bro. Fucking that's where the
Yeah.
surfers go for the waves,
Yeah.
man. You wanna
San-
you want to
San
hunt
Fernando, I
man?
think,
Come, catch a wave. Hey, Kaubanga, man. La Union. Yeah, that's a really, really nice fucking beach town, man.
See, I don't know anything about that.
That's north. So Manila's like kind of like center top. That's where everyone flies in.
Okay.
Then it's like 6 hours drive north, but it's literally like from here to Niagara. But the roads go like this, and then you know what I mean. There's traffic, so it takes like 6 hours.
Okay.
It's crazy down there.
Yeah.
But yeah, back to the island. So, like, my cousin would just like set up shop, and like, yo, people are so poor down there that, like, it's like they're still back in the 70s, you know, like with technology, with mindset of just doing things. You know, mind you, they're very handy.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah, the ingenuity must be off the chain.
yeah,
But surprisingly,
that's
there's
in us. You know.
Yeah. Survival modes.
as primitive as they may seem, surprisingly, they're super advanced with texting. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
yo, they're so sick.
It's-
I see them with their vernacular.
2 phones, bro.
2 phones, like
this.
texting.
Yo.
Oh, I need to top up. I need to
Yeah.
top up. Get the minutes. Top up, and then just like double texting. The crazy fucking.
Yo, driving stick, I swear, my cousin, boom, smart and globe. Boom. It's just,
Yo, they are one of
Advanced.
the most. I think they text. It's one of the highest texting countries in the world.
yeah.
I think they were like top, maybe second place in Facebook usage.
Damn.
Like Philippines
Yo,
is super
capitalism, man.
crazy with the
Heavy.
internet. Yet they're still fetching pails of water to
Yeah.
bathe and shit. They're still
Yeah.
like
You
doing
know,
some-
build infrastructure, man.
Yeah,
like,
man.
do something.
It used to trip me out when I'd see cats building homes, like using jackhammers, and they're rocking chinelas
Yeah.
and a hard hat.
It's
Like,
yeah, it's hard. Yo.
you're rocking a hard hat for safety, but you're
That's
rocking fucking
facts.
chinelas, little slippers, the slingshot joints, with the chancletas. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, that's the same shit I used to get spanked with, but you still rocking it open toes. With fucking jackhammers just yo building full bridges. You know what I'm saying?
Real shit.
And I'm like, no way. This is how you guys are working. And then just driving off on their little tricycles.
Yo,
It's a special place, man. It's a special place, but there's too much corruption in the politics for the people to really, really break free. And then everyone always should talk to Duterte for like laying that heavy hand, you know, with that long arm of the law, just killing people. But he really cleaned up the streets. But whatever. Everyone in North America are like, oh, that guy is a villain, a tyrant. But then in the Philippines, they're like, you don't know how bad it is out here. You got the biggest meth labs in the country, in the jails, in the prisons,
Yup, cooking up.
cooking up in prisons. So that means there's law enforcement behind this fucking factory of crystal methamphetamines. You know, shabu is one of the biggest
Shabs.
issues in the Philippines. Shabu
Bro.
is like bootleg crystal meth. And that shit is like plaguing the Philippines. And the largest friggin' the largest friggin' factory or what would you call it?
Meth lab.
Laboratory, that's
Yeah.
it, is in a fucking jail, in a prison,
fucked
Gee.
up.
in a maximum security
I didn't
prison.
know that.
So that's why Duterte was like, listen, how I find out you're dealing drugs or you're a drug addict, either turn yourself in, or I give permission for your community, your neighborhood, or anybody around to kill you on our behalf. You guys just have to prove that person that you killed was either a drug addict or a drug dealer. Go ahead, clean up the streets on our behalf.
Yo, he did that like 10 days in of being elected.
It's the sweep.
Yo,
Straight, clean
like,
sweep, bro.
It probably took maybe 3 months to 6 months to do. Yo, he was blatant. You know about that?
Yeah, I
Yo,
heard
there was
about
like
it.
Yeah.
hundreds of thousands of people that turned themselves in.
Yeah, man.
But then on the flip side, he forced rehab to the drug addicts. He forced other people to get better. So, yeah, he killed off a lot of people, but then it really forced people that wouldn't have generally cleaned themselves up to clean up. And communities were cleaner. People weren't robbing people anymore because of their addictions. People weren't selling to the people and exploiting those addictions. Communities got better. Yeah, people died. And it's sad because...
Fuck everyone. People
You know?
die every day, man.
But
You know what I mean?
it was tough times, but it needed to happen.
It's crazy
Who-
too.
You think it got better?
I don't know, like, because I'm also not the one that had a family member die. You know, maybe they had a
Holy
chance.
fuck.
Maybe they were selling drugs because that was their only option.
I know someone
You know
too.
what I mean? Like, I remember my friend telling me a story. Like, he was smoking weed in the Philippines, and he looked down and he saw like red, and he thought it was just oil. But they're like, nah, that's blood of a guy that got shot for smoking weed in the same spot. They're standing there smoking weed over fucking blood stains. He's like, are you kidding me? You're letting me light this up where somebody just got shot by another community member?
That's fucked.
You know?
It's crazy too because my Lola and Lolo, I call them Nana and Tata. They like Duterte, but my uncles
They love him.
They don't fuck with him.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy the generation.
The people that are like, you know, pro-life, hardcore Catholics, you know, and they won't fuck with them because, I mean, they have a point, you know, like, who are we to say, you know, this guy's done. But he had a good point. That's why I'm on the fence with that one.
Word.
Like, I have no real opinion. I don't know the dude. I mean, if I sat down with him or if he wasn't here, it would be different.
All I know is, like, the crack epidemic in North America was, I wasn't in the States to know how badly it fucked up the communities in New York, Florida, wherever it may be. But like opium was used to take down the Chinese Chinese Empire. You know what I mean? Like, that could set your whole society back years. So
I mean, honestly, being in different games and da. I'd say between the 70s to the 80s, no one was really dying off of coke. You know, it was the purest. No one was really fucking with it. No one was stepping on it because it was coming in by the fucking metric tons. We're not talking pounds like, oh yeah, I have a couple 100 pounds. No, fucking whale shit. 2 whales just hit the beach. That's what they say. Hey man, 2 whales just hit the beach. Okay, 2 whales just hit the beach. That's metric tons we're talking about. And then once they started fucking making crack, making meth, you know, that's when people really started, because like it involved other things, you know, other elements, you know, that you're just not, I mean, I'm not saying go out and do the purest coke, because I'm just not saying to do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying it was different back then, you know, and as it evolves, it's like Nino Brown says, or I mean, not Nino, what's his name says in New Jack City, it's like, man, people just want to get high and fast, like, and faster, you know what I'm saying? So it's like $5, $10 for this, and I'm gone for like 6 to 7 hours, like, yo.
Yo, you ever see the old botany books, the cannabis marijuana books, and they show like old pictures of like
Yep.
old strains, and they just look like straight bush, like the worst weed. And this is like touted High Times magazine,
Jack
1978, cannabis cup winner. I'm like, this is what they was trading weed. They were trading this weed for coke. You know what I'm saying?
Jack.
This is like Colombian high grade. I'm like, oh, this looks like just straight swag.
Acapulco Gold.
One of my favorite adjectives used to describe really shitty weed is bunk. Like, that shit looks bunk.
Yo, that's an old school
We
term.
say bat.
Boom.
Bat, right?
Yeah.
What
We say bat, B-A-T.
Smoking that bat.
Jeez.
Bat, B-A-T.
What was that other one? It was like
And there's bunk. Bunk is when you put coke in your blood.
yeah, there was monk, but there was something that was like a Middle Eastern term used to say. Starts with an H. Harak or something.
Haraks.
Haraks?
Yeah, smoking haraks.
What is that again?
I have no idea. I mean, that was more like New York. Like when I, like my mans would come down and be like, "Man, don't be grabbing no haraks." Or go up the block and grab that haraks and see how fucked up you get. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, that's okay. So that's a crazy thing. What were the different types of weed terminologies used to describe like shit weed, good weed, different
okay.
types of weed in different areas within the states between Miami, New York, anywhere in the South?
I mean, gas was always like New York, puro was always like, like, yo, I got that puro, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was always the haze, bro. Home of the haze. Shout out Washington Heights, Dykeman and Post, 24 hours. You know what it is. Ya tu sabes.
What would they call
De lo
shit
mío.
weed?
What's that?
What would they call shit weed?
Shit weed would be like that bat. South, I mean, growing up, shit weed would be that bat. Trash, I don't know. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head. Fuck, man.
I'm laughing because I'm thinking of Toronto ones, and our slang is so
Basura.
stupid. Like, yo, are you smoking that Nammers, fam? When you smoking, listeners, I'm gonna give you 5 seconds, 10 seconds to figure out what you think Nammers is. What do you think Nammers is? It's shit weed, okay? That's the clue.
Nammers?
Nammers. You obviously know what Nammers is?
No, just please elaborate.
What would you think? Because I know.
Okay, so Nammers?
I know you guys know what Nammers
You
is.
like talking about nyam?
Yeah, the Nammers.
Like,
What do you
like,
think
like
Nammers-
good, like, are you smoking that good weed?
No, it's shit weed.
Shit weed?
Yeah, the Nammers, fam. You give up?
Yeah, no, I give up. Yeah, no.
So, and this is no knock to the culture, to the race, but it was known at the time that Vietnamese weed was grown very fast for the sake of
Okay.
like high yield, quick, grown too quick, so the weed sucked, but it looked pretty. It was Vietnam weed.
And they call
The
it
Nams,
Nammer.
the Nammers, the fucking Nammers, fam. Like, it's just what is that? Oh, it's the fucking Nammers. I don't want that, bro. Like, it looks good, but I know it tastes fucking shit.
Is that like when I first got here and people were trying to
Yeah,
suck?
the lokes, fam. Get it for the lokes, the lolos, the local, the local, bro.
Chinatown.
No,
bud?
that's China bud.
Yo,
The
China bud.
the Nammer,
China bud,
and that's
yeah.
the fucked up thing. Like there's Vietnamese weed, there's Chinese weed, but there was this. I felt bad that the Asians were
Knocked.
not for having
got
bootleg
knocked.
weed, just like a
Yeah.
bootleg DVD. It's like, oh, it's that bootleg weed, that Nammers, that China bud, that fucking.
I used to get this consistent pack in like maybe 2010 called Champagne. You guys ever run into Champagne, bro? Big buds.
Just big brolic buds.
White, bro, like
Stems
covered.
looking
Yeah, man.
thick, bro.
And it was like just lokes, man. Like
Grew
mid,
in
like,
3
just
months.
Fucking
Yeah.
harakata.
What was it? There's this one called MK47.
AK-47.
AK-47?
But then
Yeah.
this specific, because it was an MK Ultra strain
Oh,
mixed
okay.
with AK-47.
AK-47.
Well, it was grown in 47 days. It was just the dirtiest fucking. Just when you break it up with your fingers, you look at your like, why are my fingers
Glowing.
so white? And Why are the terpenes? You know what I mean?
Holy shit.
Or the trichomes,
crazy.
sorry.
Oh, the
You know what I mean?
trichomes,
They don't even have a shiny. You know when you like zoom in on some nice trichomes, they're like a nice, beautiful, clear, shiny.
An illuminous cover.
Right. It's just like these beautiful orbs. These ones are just like murky white. It looked like it looked like sawdust or
Oh my
you know,
god.
it looked like somebody sprinkled some fucking
Look like the top of a funnel cake.
yeah, like they took dextrose and just like sprinkled it all over the buds, and then you break it up and you smoke it. You feel like you're smoking asbestos. Like,
I know
you,
those ones.
you know, your
Fucking-
lungs just feel
like mold,
Okay, I
moldy.
gotta stop this. Like my lungs don't feel right.
Pesticide.
anymore, You know,
It's fucked.
So that's the thing when we would get packs from, and
Zona.
my love. Okay, so we got Zona packs. We got Zona packs for sure. But when we get packs, my love for Virginia doesn't change. But I'm telling you, the hustlers up there, they used to. So Jay-Z has a line where he says, "VA got to VA where I sold my packs wet," and that's a real thing. They wet their packs.
They wet their packs.
So-
with
What?
extra
Water?
weight.
Water.
Windex? Yo, remember man? Windex, man?
Bro, Windex. God damn.
Yo, you want to
Hold on,
see?
you got me,
A
Ted.
lot of the time, people thought back in the day, dro was just like weed spray with Windex. Is that dro? You got dro, no, or is that the Dex? Fam?
Is that
I don't want that Dex, dog. And that was like the times when people would say guy instead of dog. Like, yo, is that
Yo,
the Dex?
guy.
Guy.
Yo,
Oh,
guy.
guy.
Oh, that Dex guy.
My cousins used to come down and kill that guy. My people used to be like, yo,
Yeah,
kill
yeah.
that guy.
Yo, I seen Mike Cruz.
Yo,
I seen Mike
man,
Cruz
that's
at the shop
crazy.
one time, and he didn't really know me at this time. But I was like, I'm fucking born '90s guy. He's like, oh shit, you said guy. He tripped that I said guy because he thought I was a
You
young boy.
said guy.
He thought I was like a young, you know, a young boy. I'm like, damn, who's your older cousin, man? Right away.
Who
off the
gave
bat.
you up?
I knew this guy that used to say he was like from Markham, had like influence in Scarborough, but he was also like whitewashed. So he would say bro, man, and guy.
Say
So it'd be like, it's like, are you kidding me, bro? Man, come on, guy. I'd be like, yo, dude, man, guy, bro, fuck, man. Just all the fucking ways to say brother. Like, dude, man, guy, bro.
Holy
fuck,
fuck.
man. Shit.
Yo, so real quick, let's just change this up real quick. What would you rather get attacked by? Birds?
I love these shits, bro.
Birds or snakes?
Ooh.
Birds, man.
See,
Birds.
I'll fight a bird over a snake, man.
but
Okay.
if you're talking like eagles, you're fucked.
Probably like Thailand.
With talons.
Yeah, it's like-
if it's a bunch of little pigeons, yo, best believe I'm doing the fucking berserker barrage, fucking Zangief spin with inflatable flailing arms. Yo, pigeons will get hurt.
No.
I'll get a few pecks in. They'll hit. But yo, you're talking talons where eagles can pick up goats and shit.
Yeah, like literally, like rip
These
apart sides
wingspans
of ribs.
6 feet.
Oh shit.
You're getting murked by a
story.
bunch.
Vultures.
But if you're talking fucking
Seagulls.
what cobras? Like cobra la 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 la. Like serpents, you're fucked. Anything venomous, you're fucked. So
See, that's my thing. Like, I used to have this guy back in college, and we used to just get high as shit, and he used to just come out with these conspiracy theories and stories like, you know you could fuck up a bear, you know that, right? And I'd be like, no, bro, you can't. Like, he's like, nah, bro. You could fuck up a bear if you want. If you had to, you could do it. Or he'll be like, you know, you could punch a shark in the nose and it'll go away.
Yeah, I hear that.
I'll be like, you go outside right now and punch a
Go
shark.
try
in the
it.
nose.
he was a white guy for sure, right?
For sure, 1,000%. Marietta, Georgia, baby, throw it up.
Certain level of arrogance is like, nope, we're the king of the jungle.
No, but this is my brother, Matty boy. You know Matt. So we call him So Deaf, Matt. Yo, but bro, that bravado was crazy, bro. He would just be like, yo, I could fuck up a bear, bro.
These are the guys that fucking bear hug anaconda, they bear hug crocodiles and alligators
And hold it with, you
know?
like hold the pressure with the mouth closed.
Gee.
Hold the alligator mouth
You
closed.
see mans do that in Florida?
Bro,
All the time, eh?
with alligators, I done seen a lot, bro. I've been chased by alligators. You have to run in zigzags.
What?
Yeah, bro.
I know you know people that have fed sharks.
Oh, yep. Fed sharks, fed alligators, you know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry, fed alligators and crocodiles. I mean,
Well, see, the thing is, in the Everglades, it's all like fair game. So enough times you'll see like little like rewards for things like get a Burmese python, $8,000, you know, dead or alive, you know, because everybody gets these exotic animals and then they can't house them anymore and they just let them go in the Everglades. That's like their like way of just being like, okay, I'll let you go into nature. Nah, motherfucker, these crazy things are fucking other things and they're making like there ain't no just wild boar out there. You know, it's crazy mutations of things. You know, we don't even know what's out there. You know, you just got to have that 38 or a 9 on you all time, baby. You know what I'm saying? Because honestly, when the alligator was chasing me, I pulled out the 38 and I didn't shoot the alligator, but I shot in its direction and it just kind of scurried off. But man, was that thing close. Like, it was coming. But even running in zigzag, bro, they run fast as fuck. Fast, man. Fast. Komodo dragon shit. Like, I'm like, oh, shit.
yo, when you see those things open up their mouth, and then you see these guys like pop their head in, like, hey,
Yeah, no,
hey,
bro.
motherfucker, look what I'm doing here. Hey. Like, what are
Don't
you
worry.
doing? Oh, let's get on Betty. She loves me.
I'm friends with it. I'm friends with it. No, man.
Oh, that's just Corey. Corey the Croc. So hold on.
Fuck.
You guys in that? So you say snakes or birds?
I say birds, man.
You say birds.
Yeah.
Who would you rather be attacked by?
Attack? Oh, shit, man.
Snakes
Honestly,
or birds?
I think I got
And it's not even metaphorically like, fuck these snakes in these streets. No, it's not-
Honestly, no, for sure. Like, that's what I thought about when I was writing that shit. No, honestly, snakes. I feel like I got a better chance because, man, sometimes when I jog or I'm on my bike, I get hit with those little birds, those small birds on the bike paths. Or like,
real?
bro, Liberty Village, the
black
luckily they
birds
didn't
that
hit me
chase
on video, but bro, those things are fucking, they pecked the shit out of my head.
Damn.
Bro, I'm like, yo, sometimes I notice, like, maybe because I got my hair in the bun up top, and they'll come in the summertime all the time, bro, and they'll swoop down, hit me up, and that, I've gotten hit once or twice like that, and I always think about it, I'm like, oh, so they can come from all, I mean, like, because I'm not paying attention, like, to what's in the aerial, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like something about to drop on me, unless it's a piano and I could see the fucking shadow of it. But, like, when that thing's coming, like, so birds, multiple, bro, that shit gets crazy, bro. I could punch as many as possible, but like when they start ripping my arms out, and I don't got enough Nike tech on, you know, that's just gonna be fucked up.
I guess the moment you grab one snake and use it as your freaking nunchuck, just
Well-
grab two sticks, like, just back the fuck up. Fuck, what's with
Or, no, when the anaconda strangles me, I'll strangle back harder.
See what else I was gonna, yo,
I'll choke it out.
once it starts grabbing me, I'm just, how do you like that? Taste your own snake medicine.
Yeah, I'll swallow the anaconda.
Yo, that's hilarious.
No, man,
But
I don't know.
What would you do?
How many?
It's just an attack.
One and one?
Yeah, it's a
Swarm.
fucking
Full
barrage.
swarm.
It's an army of
We're
them.
talking either Indiana Jones
Ants.
or fucking Alfred Hitchcock. You know, which one?
Yo, at first I said
Birds,
birds, but
snakes.
I think snakes.
Because you could use the snakes.
Nah,
right?
because they're like, they're less mobile.
I feel like
They're
that,
faster, I guess, but
Well, like, I mean, at least you can limit it to just the ground until they stand up.
until they
maybe.
jump at you. Yeah,
You know?
up here,
But the birds could come like.
on top.
But see, I was thinking the biggest bird, which
Oh, yeah.
is the eagle,
Yeah,
right?
but then do the
so
biggest
what's the
snake.
biggest snake? A fucking anaconda. So what if you got a swarm of anacondas? You're
Oh.
done.
You're done.
There's no way.
You're done.
Either way-
because the anacondas will eat the fucking will eat the eagle.
Either way, I'm shitting my pants. And I'm telling the anaconda, I'm speaking to them because I like to speak to animals. I'll be like, listen, if when y'all gonna eat me, y'all gonna get some shitty ass fucking panted eating John right now. Because this shit ain't gonna be nice for y'all, and I'm gonna make it not nice for y'all.
All right, here. One anaconda versus one eagle. Like
Oh.
you versus one of each.
The eagle, man.
You find the eagle?
Still fighting the eagle,
You're
man.
fighting the eagle?
The eel scratching gouging your eyes out one time, bobbing and weaving,
You know?
like a rope a dope.
Bro,
Just
the anaconda,
Yo, it could just wrap you.
it could just snatch you, bro. Like,
Yeah, it really.
You'll just get.
Now, are we talking like a regular size anaconda, or are we talking like
like the
don't
movie
know to go over
Anaconda.
there? There's snakes in the water.
we talking Ice Cube J-Lo.
J Lo.
We talking Ice
John
Cube
Voight.
J-Lo, John Voight.
Don't know, but they go over there.
That's what I'm thinking. of when
Snakes in
you're
the
saying
water. Yo, I don't know what's worse, Anaconda or Anaconda 2.
Snakes on a plane.
Snakes on a plane.
All right.
Holy sh-
Okay, here. Since we're on the either or, I got some quick bangers for you.
Okay.
Real quick ones. Screech or Urkel?
Like, who did I relate to more?
Just which TV nerd, 90s TV nerd did you fuck with more? Screech or Urkel?
Urkel.
Yeah, I was Urkel.
Urkel, because he had Urkel.
Yeah,
rest in
Stefan.
I just
Rest
like
in
black
peace,
girls and
Dustin.
Spanish girls. Like, so when I seen him, yeah, man, like he was going after Lisa. I was like, okay.
Was that at the same time?
Yeah.
It was. Yeah, I was seeing Screech more. That's why I
Yeah.
might have to say Screech still.
Yeah, Family Matters was like just right before Fresh Prince, you know?
Okay, here's one. Black Michael Jackson or white Michael Jackson? Oh wait, there's a third one. Or young Michael Jackson.
I like young Michael Jackson, to be quite honest.
It's so pure. That's why I like
Yeah,
it.
it's
Right?
some of the more memorable.
But then when you hear like, "You rock my world," it's like, holy fuck.
yeah, no, that's
White
some
Mike
different
still
shit.
got it.
Shit, you
You
fucking
know?
just put another thing in
Full
my head.
vitiligo Mike.
That's why it's hard to. That's hard, bro.
Damn.
I don't know about that one.
And then you still
Because white,
got,
like,
I wanna love you. Be what you-"
Yeah.
That's still
I
that's
know,
Black
man.
Mike.
because White Mike is like a veteran now.
Yeah.
Black Mike was, he made it.
But when I hear Mike sing "Who's Loving You," Jackson 5, man,
Yeah.
that's like
I don't
to
even
me,
know
that's
how
like
he had
always-
that voice as a kid, man. That's like God-given talent.
There weren't too many.
Jeez, kills that.
No,
All right, last one. Fat, straight Luther Vandross or skinny, gay Luther Vandross?
Fat
one,
Luth,
man.
Fat Luthy Vandy was always better. I think Fat Luthy.
It's
Vandy.
never too much, never too much, never too much. And Vandross versus Dance with My Father Again. Vandross.
I don't know. I like I said, probably the bigger Vandross.
Excuse me, miss, what's your name? Can you come and I'll take you home tonight?
Jeez, Lord.
Ray.
I like new Luther, but you can't mess with fucking long ago.
Okay, if you could,
Fucking Luther,
Yo.
that Sesame Street Luther. Come on, man.
if you could sit in a room with 3 people, dead or alive, who would it be?
Holy. That's
Nas-
crazy.
well, I'm gonna say Nas won,
Nas one.
even
Okay.
though I've been in the room with him already, but I did get to really sit and chat.
I'm talking like you guys are like talk like you guys invited each other to invite each other's weddings and shit. Like, oh, you're my best man, and like that's the type of energy that room is.
Damn.
I'm gonna say Nas is one. I'm gonna choose one dead person. And I don't know why this came to mind first, but for some reason, Jesus.
Ooh, big.
Jesus would show up. He
And
would
I'm
show
like,
up.
yo, Jesus.
You know, Jesus would show up.
You know how
Throw
many people died because of you, bro? And then many people are going to die because of you?
that next level.
But this is a tough question.
Yo,
but like,
so
'cause there's so many people. But the reason why I go to Nas first is because that's a hero. I say Jesus because that's the OG. And lastly, on some fucking cornball shit, just because I know he's be a dope person to be around and fucking talk music and just jam. It's a 2-parter. I'm gonna say Silk Sonic.
Damn.
Fucking love Anderson .Paak and I love Bruno Mars and I think those guys are just cool ass dudes. Music guys, yo.
I know. Shit. Pee Wee Kirkland for sure.
I knew you were gonna be like, I want someone to sit down and kick game and shit. Fuck it.
Pee Wee Kirkland for sure. Pee Wee Kirkland for sure. I'm trying to think of. Probably my grandfather, just because like all the times I would be in his thing, it would always be some sort of game that they would just life changing for me. Like whatever he would tell me would just. When I got older, I was like, oh, that's why you bought me presidential Rolexes and put them in a safety deposit box and didn't have me rock them, you know, because you knew they would appreciate or something, you know, like something like that. Where I was like, oh no, you know, but and then the third. Fucking Chris Farley, man.
Oh! Fuck! I should have said Dave Chappelle.
They're not.
Dave Chappelle. That's who. That's the third one.
Fuck. That's a hard question, man. That's a tough question. But off the top of my head, I said Nipsey.
Ooh.
Off the top of my head, Steve Jobs, or Mac Miller, bro.
Oh,
You know what? I'll
Mac
put
is
Mac Miller
sick.
and my brother. You know,
Yep.
that's it.
That's
Off the top of
beautiful.
my head, still.
I love that you went all dead.
Yeah, cause fuck, they have the answers, bro.
Yeah.
They got the answers.
Damn.
Thanks
Or
for
they would have
revealing
the
that
answers.
now.
I mean, I
And
would
we felt
assume
that at
they
the
have
same
answers.
time, bro.
Yeah.
Like, damn, you said that, and me and Frankie were like, whoa, like,
Yeah, man.
jeez. Holy shit.
Dead or alive.
David Suzuki.
Or what's the Karate Kid?
I was gonna say
Miyagi's. Yeah. Yo, off the rip, I thought about Tupac.
Word.
Pac, yeah.
So just
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's such a Mississauga thing to say. Yo, Nas is such a Scarborough thing to say. Mississauga, Tupac.
that's crazy.
Well, shout outs to Tupac. I got love for Tupac too, man.
Yeah, man. Just cause like Nas, J. Cole, myself, you know, I was still young, but that's like the first, you know, that's like the first type of rap probably I got introduced to. Pac, fuck. Just cause you said your grandfather, my great grandfather. Reason is
Pops.
cause he's Mexican, bro.
Oh, shit.
Shit.
You got Mexicano in you.
So, yeah, exactly. So, like, you know, I found out that he fucking took a boat from Mexico to this small island and just set up shop. So it makes me wonder what was happening in Mexico that you had to dip, unless you were just an explorer. And how many people probably died along the way, bro?
Yo, it's a 24-hour flight. How long is that by sea?
Holy
It's
fuck.
Back then, too. No,
Back
back
then.
then. So it's probably months.
Yeah. Back then.
Because that's what I'm saying, like,
Damn.
Probably use a sail.
Yeah, man. Imagine
Yeah.
how long it took for your Balikbayan box to arrive.
Holy
Explain the.
bro, you know how much shoes I
Don't be
have that are
driving.
in Philippines right now?
Yo,
flooded.
Balikbayan boxes are like barrels for West Indians. You'll send a barrel home.
You said shoes? What'd you say? Shoes? Send it back?
Yo, there's a lot of my shoes in the Philippines right now.
That's love.
So what? Okay,
No,
so
it's love.
I was just about to touch that. What is your favorite pair of shoes?
Penny Hardaway.
Oh, you were the
They're
quickest.
there right now.
You were the quick. Holy shit! I
Royal
asked
blue
that
and
question
white.
a lot.
Royal blue and white.
Jeez.
Comfiest pennies,
You
bro.
know exactly what you want and like, bro. Because every time I ask that question, people take a gasp or they like, hold up, man. You were just like, Penny Hardaway. Holy shit. Man, you got a gun on you, bro? That safety's off for sure, bro. Holy shit.
Ready to shoot, man.
God damn.
Frankie, what you got? Favorite shoe?
Favorite shoe? Fuck, man.
Tin
Nah,
Bones?
probably
The Air Force? The
Jordan
uniform
threes.
shoes?
Jordan 3s?
Snow
Cements?
trees?
Those
cement.
are so classic.
Yeah.
So classic.
But it's so much, you know? There's 11s, breads.
So the Jordans.
Yeah.
Any type of Jordan. My first pair of Jordans was a pair this guy gave me.
Say a word.
Yeah,
Of course.
Sick.
one of the illest Jordans I ever rocked.
Infrared sixes.
The infrared
Oh my
sixes.
Yo, that's my favorite
That's
right now.
Crazy.
Like,
Infrared sixes.
that only comes out sometimes.
If they come out.
If.
Trust
I
me.
mean, I
That's
don't know
so
if you
weird,
want to tell
bro.
the story, but
Tell it, man.
Well, I mean, let's just say I pulled a swap. You know?
he went to the swap meet,
Yeah.
but he wasn't in L.A.
Pulled a swap.
What's that, at the Nike factory or what?
Because somebody was like sleeping. You know, you can't get too.
You can't get too
But
comfy.
here's my thing. If
Snooze
you
and
walk
lose.
into a room and you can't spot the sucker in the first 30 seconds, guess what? You know, so don't be caught out there simping. That's all I'm saying. But anyways,
That simply led to my pimping. It was all good.
infrared sixes. You know, that's what happens.
What were yours?
Wallabies. Clark's
Jeez.
Wallabies.
Clark's, of course it would be.
When you said Tim's, I was
your
like,
post of you fucking
crazy.
going down the hill, bro.
daddy?
Yo, your post of you tobogganing down the hill, I was fucking cracking up, bro.
Oh man, when I was
jokes.
choosing
track?
anything by Snow, shout outs, Snow. I will do anything that's for you. June.
What about
Bro, I thought of
Monday
wallabies.
morning?
What's Monday morning?
The snow sun?
Oh,
Monday morning, in from a dip on the street.
oh my God, that's super deep cut. Yo, that was like B-side Snow. That's crazy.
In the wallows? Was he wearing wallows in that?
Oh man, I don't even know. Probably
Well, what pair of wallows though? Like the cheeses, the
cheese bottoms, 100%. And I've always wanted them, but I've never had them. But I've always wanted blue suede wallabies with the cheese bottoms.
Jeez.
But I've never found them. I've only seen them
Even till now?
till this day.
It's custom.
Yo, I'm gonna get them for you, buddy.
If I could find the
Somehow.
suede,
all you die.
like, but not the
The Green Hills?
flat, not the soft suede. I'm talking like the
The
Desert
gum.
food?
The gum.
not even the gum, like the fuzzy suede. Not the like, it's textured almost. But it's like the raw suede, you know, like just the raw hide, the flip side of the leather.
Gotcha,
Okay.
gotcha.
That suede side, because you know how they soften the suede down, so that like when you swipe it one way, it's one color, and you swipe it the other way, like you reset it again.
Mm-hmm.
But these ones,
Like a couch.
like basically what we're rocking nubuck suede. So this is then when they buff it down, but then when it's in its raw state, it's like just a rough fuzz, right? But that material, royal blue,
Hmm.
I don't know where I saw them. I swear I saw them in the Source magazine or something. I remember I stole a pair. And it was a pair of Buffalinos. They weren't even real, but they just had the shape of the fucking wallaby, but then they had the tin boot bottom. They were so bootleg. But I was like, it's the closest thing to my fucking Elvis blue suede shoe, but in wallaby form. It was so funny. You know, it was back in those days when like cats couldn't afford Timberlands, so they'd be rocking the lugs and shit. You know what I mean?
There's a
Lugs,
It's
bro.
hard for
Lugs
a
had a
bit,
run. Lugs
though.
had a run though. Lugs had a run.
I swear they were
don't
on
know.
Def Jam, bro, the video game.
Lugs had
Weren't
a
they
run.
rocking Uggs in that? I mean, lugs in that.
Lugs
in the
were
fucking-
urban Uggs. We're street Uggs.
Someone was sponsored by them too, like Timberland or
Mad
someone,
people
no?
were
Yeah, enough people
sponsored
were.
by Lugs.
It was a premier
Funk
shoe.
Master
It was a premier
Flex.
boot.
Fat Joe.
Fat Joe, and I don't know, like you'd flip through the magazines and just see mad people, like mad rappers rocking lugs.
Every 8 pages there'd be a Lugs ad.
Yeah.
For that's
Sort like you flip the source. Holy shit, the source. Talk
Jeez.
about print.
What's your shoe?
Fuck.
And you're a man with many shoes, bro.
Yeah,
and I know
for
you're
real.
the type that goes through like
I'd have to.
you have your phases.
I
Yeah.
see this guy with shoes I never seen in my life.
for real,
I've had
Jeez.
I had
Because
a.
they are shoes you'll never see in your life because he customizes them in ways that like
You'll
Nike's
never see in your
even
life.
created.
Yes.
I've had diets where like I didn't buy Nike for like 8 years. I would just buy like ASIC Gel Lights, 2s, and like New Balance before it was the craze. You know what I'm saying? 570s, like. But I honestly will have to say, when I didn't have dough, And I was just watching everybody around me just buy shit, and I'm like, yo, when I'm good, like what I call good is like what I'm spending right now, I got triple in the bank.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm good, I'll buy whatever I want. You know, but during those times when I had to like, I hate this, not fake it till you make it, but like
Let me
I
guess.
had to.
SBs.
So SBs,
Okay.
SBs for sure. Those got me through times because those weren't like $100 yet. They were like no one was really rocking SBs. Like only the kids that were actually skating, or like kids that were like kind of into streetwear were like, oh shit, them SBs look kind of dope with them fat tongues. You know, like the old pink box era. Pink box era, purple, black box era, silver, black box, like Homers to like the fucking Mork and Mindy's are the illest, I think, like some of the illest Nikes that they've ever put out. But what got me through when I couldn't afford shit, I used to buy Ace 83s. If nobody knows what that is, it's like it's a shoe that used to always change the color with the check and then like the lower, like by the rubber sole, and it would match. So like,
It's not A6.
no,
Oh,
these are Nike.
Yo, I love when sneakerheads like drop these specific details with random names. Like, oh yeah, man, these are the new chocolate drop camel toe bottoms.
Yo, it's
You know what I'm
it's
saying?
so ridiculous.
And then people are like, yeah, I love those, but you know, the week before when they dropped the camel toe, moose knuckle, brass tip,
Beef and
joints.
Brox.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Beef and
ooh,
Brox.
yo, what about the rusty hepatitis B, fucking Down syndrome 3s? You know what I'm saying? Those are crazy joints too, right?
No, Ace 83s were probably for the best for flat feet, and they always could match shit. Like, and they had the solid colors, like whether it be navy blue, baby blue, red. But I don't know, like there's been some of the craziest names ever for sneakers ever across the board, like puss heads.
Bus heads.
You guys.
Oh my god, yo, those shits is busted. Yeah, bro, these
so-
are
it's
bus heads,
yo,
bro.
if someone has a dead stock pair of puss heads right now under $5,000, I'll buy it.
Damn.
Yo, the black heads
What the
right
fuck
there.
are those?
Yo, fuck those.
Yo, if anybody came up on me and said, yo, those the new Down syndromes? Yo, them shits is retarded, son.
They're dunks or what?
Are those the new carpal tunnels?
Ooh, shit.
the tennis
Damn, bro.
Yo, them tennis elbows are crazy.
Yo, man, my
not
wrists are hurting right now.
Yeah, those are puss heads. Those are
Let me see. Oh,
Those are the
those
lows.
are fucking.
Those are the lows, and then the highs are like, it's the pink box era, man. Nike SB pink box era. That's like some of the illest shit. That's when they really brought a lot of like Futura and all those like, I don't know, like people who gave a fuck about art, you know, into the shoe, you know, like, but they weren't publicized. Like, you'd have to go to the sneaker, like the skate stores and be like, yo, you got them sneakers, you know, because they wouldn't have too many sizes. You know, Nike SB wasn't like it is now, you know, but.
You don't have to come up with
What
it now,
year?
but like down the road, so we'll go back to
Say,
the year.
yeah.
But if you could have your own shoe name, what would you call it? But
Ooh.
just let it marinate, because I know that's a tough one to think of on the spot. But what year?
For the SBs, so this is like maybe
99, right?
03.
Older.
03. But the silver, like the homers in them, that's like 99, 2000. Mexican mats. I'm just like running through the head, like through the
The fucking Mexican mats.
you know, like, but then like they got ones like the most recent ones I see everybody wearing, and the cookies and creams, like where the yellow checks melting, like it's got the drips.
Okay.
Those are so, oh god, those are so. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't bought sneakers in a minute just because like, you know, I don't know. I feel
What
like
for, man?
everybody.
We
Once you get
have
to a
enough.
point, once you get to a point, you're like, but then like you still like see what you like, you know. You still cop, you know, especially for the price if it's good. You know what I'm saying? Like a little deal, power buy, as we call it. Catch a little power buy.
Yo, you guys remember those suede shoes from Livestock? And they just copied Jordans? But it was all suede and just plain, one color.
What silhouette of Jordan? What number?
They had the 7s, they had the 2s.
And they weren't Jordans.
They weren't Jordans, but they look exactly like J's. And they're all suede.
So
And they
you
were
s-
selling them in Livestock. Or Ransom upstairs, one of them.
Was it like
You guys don't
cream?
remember? It was like a cream color. Like they had
That
like
was
an
in
olive
Jordan?
cream.
So explain to me.
like a
Okay, so
cream.
like,
Find the
so explain to me this whole ransom live. So we're talking about this is Spadina, or no?
Spadina and
Livestock's
King.
on Spadina?
Spadina and King.
Yeah.
Okay, and then
On Spadina. Southwest, I guess.
So like by
no.
Camden.
Yeah.
So that's livestock. That's been there for years. So above that was Ransom, and that's when an Adidas.
You know what? I think it was in Ransom. It might have just been their shoe or something.
Am I mistaken? But is Ransom an Adidas entity or no?
I don't know.
I think it became one. I don't know, but I do remember seeing Ransom and Adidas collaborating.
Okay. And that was its own store, Ransom.
Yeah, right.
Ransom had its own store. Yeah.
Oh shit! See, that's dope. Like
Ransom.
I'd only just see it in
Kind of
like
like a reigning champs type of situation. I
Okay,
feel.
okay. That makes sense because back home we'd see Ransom pieces only in like randomly, you know, through boutiques, and you have to like buy it at not a resale
even
price,
find
but
that.
like definitely at a price that you didn't want to pay. You know, I didn't know they had like a store. That's kind of dope.
I didn't even know their own brand. I just remember going to that store and seeing those J's there or whatever. It was a trip. Like I seen them. Like, oh, yo, they look exactly like the Sevens.
So what were
I'd rock them. I'd rock those like nonchalantly and not give a fuck.
Yeah.
What kind of Jordans is those? Like the fake ones.
Straight up.
Triple A's, 4A. No, but honestly, you know, Toronto has the best bootleg.
Yo, I remember getting bootlegs.
Yo, Green Hills, bro.
Reminisces, bro.
Philippines.
The Phils. Okay, yeah, no, see, that's next level shit. Man. That's the source.
True.
That's the source. It's just the same factory.
Yeah, right.
You know, just one gets checked off. One doesn't.
Yo, the Nike.
One's crooked, you know.
When I was in Baguio, like I remember they dropped. It was like '97, and they had this Nike reversible jacket, like season drop. It was like three different colors: a blue and white, a black and burgundy, and like a olive green and black or cream maybe. Anyways, everyone wanted them in Canada, in Toronto at the time before I left to the Philippines in the winter. And when I was in Baguio where it gets cold, I'm walking through the fucking small little markets, and then I see actual official those Nike jackets just line up. I'm like, in the Philippines, like fucking Noriega, fucking. Like, what? In the Philippines? Nike jackets? What weather here can handle this jacket? And then I felt the Baguio night in the winter. I was like, yo, this is cold. It's like LA.
It snows there.
So, yeah,
In the mountains.
Sometimes it snows in the mountains up there.
in the mountains.
Damn.
So, like, in the same way, California, you'll see those guys rocking Abrexes and be like, yo, what are you doing, LA? It's cold at night. And in the morning. So,
Yo, I should give
Baguio,
hoodies
same
down
ways.
there then.
Right?
You have family there?
I have mad family out there.
Damn.
Let's send some
Baguio,
shit.
It's crazy shit out there. But, like, I remember buying the Nike shit. I'm like, why is this here? And I'm like, oh, there's a Nike factory.
Oh, so it's over
This,
there.
this is the one that.
So it's real. It was
It's
real.
real shit. But then they have their bootleg and they have their real because of the fucking factory down the
Did
street.
you buy it? You didn't buy it.
Of course I bought. I bought two. Bro.
How much?
That's
They
it.
were like 500 pesos at that time, which was
What
like
the
20,
fuck?
30 bucks. That's like it was $120 jacket at the time. Like, this was a crazy jacket. I'm like, yo, I bought two of these joints, bro. Brought one for my sister.
You have
back
it
home.
still?
I still have it to this day.
Damn.
Crazy.
Fucking- Bro, I still rock it. The black and burgundy joint.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a tough one. Big Nike check.
Big Nike
Big
jacket.
Nike check. You know, that's like.
Quick reversey.
But real quick, like, what's your experience with the basketball culture in the Philippines?
Jeez.
I think I already told it. My cousin I just watched my cousin drop fucking 40 points.
Damn.
Like 30 plus, almost hit 40 in a fucking basketball all-star tournament. And he played in Chinelas. And he was on Shabu.
No, you haven't told.
I didn't tell the story?
No, not you.
Bro,
What? No.
so I met my cousin. His name is Calbo.
He's bald?
He's not bald. So cousin Calbo, Calbo in our language means bald, right? So Calbo, hey, Manong Calbo. This is in the provinces of Ilocos, that's like the southern parts of the land where they speak the dialect Ilocano, right? These are like the if this was the outsiders, these are the greasers, okay? Ilocanos are the greasers, Pony Boy, Dally, all them motherfuckers, okay? So these Filipino greasers, these Ilocanos, they're farmer boys, province boys. These guys, my cousin did shabu. Unfortunately, he did Filipino meth, and he was still functioning. He's a functioning shabu head.
Yo, they
He
enough of
would
them
drive
function.
I know a
fucking.
lot of functioning.
I remember he would drive his tricycle by day and then play ball whenever he could. But some guys would play barefoot, some guys would play with shoes, some guys would play in chinelas. It was crazy to me. But these guys were balling, okay? Now, he would drive his tricycle, and one day he's like, Ade, you want to come to my tournament? And I'm like, yeah, let's go. I'd love to watch you play. This guy goes, 1 second. Turns around, fucking just takes a fucking hit of shabs. I'm just like, whatever, you know? I'm down. I'm ready to ride. I'm smoking my fucking Philippine-grown weed. Let's go. And he's driving to the next town for this tournament, and this man did not blink the whole ride.
Yo,
bro,
real shit.
Streams of fucking tears. Just rolling to the back of his neck as he's driving. Just, and I'm looking at him just from the side in the fucking side carrier. Just looking at him as tears just going to the basketball fucking basketball game focused. I'm like, yo, this shit's a hell of a drug, man. Gets out, ready to watch this guy play. Bro, he's fucking. You know when you see guys falling when a shorty comes into the gym, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, pop, 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 pop. But fucking the shorty that fucking came was fucking shabu. He's like, pop, 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 just running game, do crazy fucking double fucking windmill layups and chinelas, dropped 37 points. Bro, I was dying of laughter because I'm like, yo. This is one of them like baller stories that they talk like street legends. Like Manong Calvo was a street legend, man. He'd go to the games high up shabu and just leave the MVP. Most valuable fucking player. And I'm like, yo.
Holy shit.
And that's what I knew, man. Yo, basketball, like Filipinos got game, bro. They got fucking game. And they're playing ball in these where they make their own rims. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
They weld their own makeshift rims. They look like carny rims and shit.
Carney.
Like they're ovals instead of circles. So like when you're making swishes on those joints, it's like, damn, you got good form. You know what I'm saying? Like you're hitting swishes on these bootleg rims, and you're making these backboards off of broken skids. Like, yo. The Philippines is beautiful like that. They still got game despite playing in the most makeshift conditions.
No, for sure.
They're intuitive.
You know? Intuitive, for sure. And you know that dude, Mike Swift?
Yeah.
Shout outs to Mike Swift. Like, he deep cut. He's like their and one god out there.
Word.
Like,
He's from here?
he's from the Philippines. He was the Philippines, grew up in the States, in New York, and then moved back. And he just runs a lot of basketball initiatives.
That's cool, man.
I got to play ball in like some random hood in Manila, and it was very
Crazy.
nerve-wracking because like you don't want to like play too hard and like beat people in their home court, but then at the same time there's all these people like rounded up just watching us play, like kids all from like the neighborhood, like 50 deep. And I'm like, okay, you know, there's 3 of us guys, you know, all these foreigners, we're the fobs, you know what I'm saying? We're fresh off the boat in the Philippines now, and they're just watching us.
Real
But
shit.
at the same time, we're like, nah, but we're from Scarborough, dog. Show these guys where we're from, son. I'm no baller, but I'm like, I'm a D up. Like, and then, but yo, these guys are good, man. The Philippines ain't no slumps. Asia's got some ballers.
It's a
They
lot
just
of.
lack the height.
Yo, they're smart, man.
Yeah, that's
they
what I was
play
about
all
to say.
smart.
They use like
basketball
their
IQ.
elbows a lot. Like,
It's basketball like
Low key, they play dirty, bro.
yo, they do. Like, how they separate, you know?
Yo, so I've never been to the Phils, but the closest I got
Oh,
to.
we going.
No, trust me.
Real shit.
I used to play in a Filipino basketball league in West Palm Beach, Florida, and it was straight Tito ball.
Damn.
I'm talking like I would get pinched underneath my arm, like right here. I'd be like at the foul line, like this, hand, like yo, waiting for the fucking shot, and I get pinched. I'm like, yo, and then I fucking, oops, you missed out. This basket, the rebound, or I'd get pinched like on the side, like I'm like, god damn, Tito, what the fuck?
You know when you're getting bucked up with the elbow over here?
Yeah,
And sometimes it gets under, like, their forearm gets kind of under your elbow.
Yeah.
While they're pushing you out. Yo, getting your thumb just pushed up your freaking
your armpit?
Yo, there's
as
a
they're pushing up, like trying to move your hand out the way, but like purposely just digging that thumb, getting it lost in your armpit. Yo, that's a quick and that look away is enough for that quick tip to catch the rebound on some Rodman fucking dirt.
No, for sure.
Right? And that's a real Tito play
Veteran ball.
that's just crafty. Because you have to when you lack the ups to grab those rebounds. You gotta play dirty.
Oh, man.
You gotta do, you gotta use your head.
When I was playing that league, the ball was moving like, I was like, oh my God, like every man touched the ball. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh shit. It was a different type of ball, but that's what it was. It was a lot of IQ. You know, you had to really just assess the defense and just fucking murder. You know, but I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I've always been a defensive liability. I'll tell you that from jump. If you're trying to pick me up for 5, if everyone's like, "Yo, who got downs?" and the guy's like, "Yo, I got 4, but I didn't need 1. Or I got 3, I need 1." I'm like, "Okay, yeah, man, I'm a defensive liability, but I can shoot the fucking rock." You know, it's up to you, bro. You know, and the guy be like, "Oh, should I pick the guy up? I guess." But I'll fucking blaze it. You know, but yeah.
Asia's also the land of unorthodox form. But effective unorthodox form. Guys will be coming down like doing like soccer passes.
Yeah.
Like inbounding soccer passes, jump shots. She'll hit the backboard. Boom, boom. Just go right in. Like there was 0 arc on that jump shot. Fucking tossing.
Straight beeline.
But it's still beelining right in backboard. Boom, boom, swish. Or like backboard bank is open like 24 hours.
It actually is. So
It's so weirdly effective.
Can a lot of people dunk out there, Phil? Do you see anybody dunk?
No?
probably in the league for sure, but not.
Yeah.
You
I've
know,
never
not
seen
not
no
street.
Asians.
I've never seen anyone.
Russell,
I don't know. I haven't played ball in the Philippines.
Russell,
like
you
that.
dunk?
No,
You can
no.
dunk, right?
This guy
Nah,
can
nah,
dunk.
nah, I
Shot.
can't dunk.
Russell's
can dunk.
Fucking bars.
I know
guy.
you could dunk, bro.
Secretly?
Can't even touch the rim right now, fam.
Oh.
Right now, but I know you have dunked in your lifetime.
Not a 10 foot still, I'm not gonna lie. Nah,
Yeah, I never
It was
dunked.
probably like a 9-9.
Yeah, I can touch the rim. That's about it. Just like
Yeah.
Well, listen, when I used to dunk, it was cool. People used to line up, dog. Watch man fly from the free throw. The free throw on my couch.
Fuck.
Just, 1-2 vert through the legs, done.
Yo, a lot of the leagues when I was a kid was in Sauga. That's why. That's why when you
Monarchs?
said about the girls in Sauga, I was like, yo, yeah. When I used to play ball in Sauga, there's always fucking different type of things out there, man.
What was your biggest crush growing up? Who was your, if someone came on TV, you were like, okay, no shit, that's her.
Okay, it's time to whip it out. Okay, Al Bundy for me.
Yo,
Here we
Hillary
go.
Banks, bro.
Ooh.
Hillary Banks, man.
Hillary Banks.
Hillary Banks. Damn.
You remember Major Payne Hillary too?
Oh my
She was in
God.
Major Payne with Damon Wayne.
No, don't straighten that hair. Oh my God. Don't do that to me.
Hillary.
Halle Berry in Last Boy Scout.
Halle Berry was.
That was when I was like,
Halle
oh
Berry
my
is
God.
still nice, bro.
Halle Berry's bad as hell. Like she's just getting badder. I
You
think.
see Bruised? You guys see that?
I saw Bruise. Yes, I did.
Crazy.
Is that the MMA one?
Yeah.
I can't believe she's doing that at 50.
Word.
Man, is it sad that like I'm going through a Rolodex of like 90s things that I fucking jerked off to? I'm like, no, not that. I'm like, nah, I can't. There's just too many to choose from that I can't pinpoint which is the main one. What's yeah, there was just so many.
Too many, right?
Biggest crushes? Yeah. I mean, I think like back then we were able to like really think about it, obviously, but like as time went on, more crushes come, and then obviously there's just like a whole assortment of crushes.
I would say no, not I was gonna say Nia Long for a while.
Oh man.
Set it off.
From more so Fresh Prince Nia Long.
Oh yeah. Word.
Fuck. But
Janet Jackson's always been like. She's always.
I couldn't, man. She looked like Michael Jackson to me. Her face.
Oh my
I was
god.
like, you know.
No. Since Rhythm Nation.
Yeah, man. There's too many to choose from.
When do you think like? So I have this like theory that, like like earlier times, it was like like a breast game, like a lot of like the concentration was like mainly focused on like Victoria's Secret was out.
Word.
It's very titty centric.
Yeah,
Word.
like it was like Pamela Anderson,
None of them had
Cindy
ass.
Margolis, the most downloaded woman on the internet in 1999.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? All that type of shit. And
Boob
then
heavy, pun intended.
and then J-Lo just comes out and just fucking deads all that.
Oh, it went from high to low. Really.
Straight up, like J-Lo really, I think she did it, and then after that, Vita Guerra just killed that FHM shit, like, and then it was out the gate, bro. I think that's when like everything just kind of switched focus, and then
Yo, but think about it, man. Like, they don't give enough credit to like black people in that sense.
no, 1000%.
You know what I mean?
That's what I mean. Like it went.
Like,
Sure.
They've been having everything.
They've glorified
And
always show love to a larger, heavy set bosom for years, or buttocks. Sorry.
Yo,
for years.
take it in. Then
For a century.
any 90s
For life.
any 90s sitcom, obviously, other than like Cosby or whatever, but there's no ethnic people in these shows, bro. In the 90s. So that's why we were attracted to the, certain type.
Oh yeah, no.
You
If you weren't like around any other types of cultures,
Exactly.
you know what I mean?
Right? It's crazy for some. Right? Growing up in Sauga, Scarborough, we were multicultural. That was like, we had people from everywhere, man.
Not everybody is lucky to have
Like
it.
Sri Lanka,
Yeah.
Take- like,
Just like food and restaurants, there's not a lot of people that have been lucky enough to experience all the different cultures that Toronto has to offer.
Ethiopia.
Yeah.
Okay, so we talked about some Scarborough spot. What's your go-to Jamaican spot in Mississauga?
Jamaicans, allspice.
Allspice?
Yeah.
Can you guys vouch for that?
I don't know Saga like that.
No, you know what's crazy? No one knows Sauga.
Okay.
Unless you're.
So put us
people-
on. So you're putting us on. So put us
No,
on.
yeah, no one knows Sauga, but people from Sauga know
What you're talking about.
other places.
Oh, word.
Rexdale,
Word.
Jane,
So allspice.
Jane Wilson.
Where's that located?
Winston Churchill Dundas. I don't know if it's still there, but I think change owners, but it's still a Caribbean place.
So Chinese food, Sauga.
Yo, exactly like perfect. It's called Tremendous. You probably know.
I've been to Tremendous. I've been to Tremendous.
It's the same.
No, it's tremendous.
Same owner.
they're just wearing pink. You know what I mean? Pink vest. It's crazy down there. Yo, same demeanor, same setup. They have the eels and fish everywhere. Smells like
Holy
No,
shit.
whatever.
man. If you don't got a fish tank that looks like it hasn't been cleaned in years,
You ain't going in there.
I don't.
Two
I don't
lobsters
want
somehow
it.
living.
Yeah, I don't want it. I want to know that those lobsters are eating nice in that same fish tank off all that fish shit. Like, I want to know that these fish are living nice in a murky pond, because those are the conditions they naturally live in.
They're just chilling by the filters. Trying to filter out everything before it filters. Holy shit.
Nah, what's your go-to, like, Scarborough Chinese spot?
Chinese is perfect still.
It's perfect.
Or it was Golden House at Borden and Nosme.
Golden
It,
House.
it changed owners, so it's a Hakka spot now. It's still good though, but
Out of 5 stars, how many stars?
for Golden House,
Golden House.
probably like a 2 stars.
So why you go to that?
I'm joking.
No, it's like one of those guilty
Yeah, it's
pleasures,
just one
like
of
one
those-
of
yeah,
Sino
yeah,
Pino or
yeah.
something.
Oh, so it's consistent.
I guess.
Like
man,
that's
it's
what I like
alright.
about some spots. Like normal.
They have
time.
really good chicken wings, bro. Top 5 in the city.
Okay, grease bag. They put it in the grease. Like,
It's
you
on
know,
this-
with the fucking
yeah, man.
the print on it.
Yeah.
Fried chicken, shit. Nah, man. I have a problem with going to one spot. Once I like it, I just fucking beat it up,
For real.
bro. And then I have a rule: after I spend $1,000 in that establishment, if you don't know my name, I'll go elsewhere.
Straight up.
If you don't take the time to learn my
Straight
name,
up.
I'll go elsewhere. But you take the time to learn my name, we're spending $10K all the fucking way to summer, baby. You know what I mean? And I tip the shit out of everybody. I walk in there, I need to know that, like, I feel like it's a massage of sorts. Like, I walk in and it's like, I feel the energy switch because I like it. I switch the dynamic, and then they're like, hey, John. As soon as they say my name, boom. Oh, shoulder rubs. Thanks. Appreciate it. You know, same spot. Oh, arm massage. You know, like
What's
it's
your
like,
spot in Scarborough for Chinese food?
Only because it's nostalgia, and I used to go there for lunch in high school. It's literally down the street. It's called Super Choi.
Oh, okay, I know that one. Yeah,
It's really, it's once again
yeah.
2 stars.
I know,
Yo.
I know, but it's
Just whack. I remember back in the days for lunch, you can get rice with 3 chicken wings or 3 chicken balls with extra sauce on it. And
under $5.
bro, they wouldn't say
Maybe back in the day.
$2.14.
Holy shit.
It was 7 cents on the dollar for tax. So for it's $2 plus the 14 cents tax. But they wouldn't say $2.14. She would just go 214, 214, 214. And like you'd go in and be like, Miss, we got 214 for you. She's like, okay, 214. Combo E, please. She had like 6 A B C D E F A B C D E F A something like that. But you get 3 pieces of something on rice for $2.14.
that's crazy.
Damn.
That's in the 90s though.
That was
What are they feeding us?
97, 98, 99.
Damn.
Yes, I'm dating myself for sure. But there and then fucking Dragon City, I guess. No, Sino Pino, bro.
Sino Pino.
Sino Pino. You just get that fried chicken on fried rice. But it's not there no more.
Yeah.
It's gone.
The one at Kennedy and Eglinton, right?
No, there was that one. They had one. The original one is McCowan and Shepherd.
Okay,
which is
yeah,
gone
yeah.
now, beside
By
Reminisces.
Remilies, yeah.
And now they're at a place called Sea Spray on Kingston Road in Victoria Park. If you want their fried chicken on top of fried rice, fried chicken cutlet. That's that shit that you want to feed a whole Filipino family at the debut. and you forgot to buy the present for the debutante. Just show one of them fucking large trays. No, okay, here. Happy 18th birthday.
Yo, a lot of the older Filipinos used to go to fucking Dragon Center, bro.
Oh, that's
Midland
that's
and
another one that
Midland
has
and
it too.
Shepherd, bro.
Yeah, they have it good too, bro. Fried chicken
Cheap.
cutlet on fried
Yeah,
rice.
yeah.
Ooh,
Cheap too,
that
man.
that has some good like reheat value. You can say that shit.
Oh,
reheat
reheat
that the
value is
next day
everything.
for like 2 days straight.
Jeez.
Holy shit.
That was like that's like top 10 baon item. You know what I'm saying?
Is that stretchy?
That's one of those ones you could take home in a doggy bag, but then you're the dog that's eating.
See, I didn't have all of them. I mean, like, my 2-star place is Queen Star.
Queen Street. Yeah,
On Queen
one
Street,
time.
Queen Street West, in Dover Court. Queen Star, go check my lady out there. She watch her little Chinese novellas.
Jeez.
But yo, God bless them. They've been there the whole time I've been here. First year I was living here, spent a lot of time walking around the city just trying to figure it out. You know, just to navigate through the cold.
Shout outs to the foiled out walls, the foiled out grease catches.
Oh my God! And you leave there smelling like the food you ate. So that's when you know it's like
Time to
family.
change.
It's home. I feel like I'm home. But yeah, no, I spent a lot of time there. You know, just ducking the cold, and that's one of my that's my 2-star. You know, not a lot of people probably like fuck with it. But if you lived on Queen, you fucked with it. You know what I'm saying? Late nights, you know, or just that like quintessential diner. You know, flat top burger, like.
Word.
Yo, sometimes I love their French fries there, and I'll be eating them like these French fries taste like General Tell chicken batter.
Just sprinkle that shit on it.
I'm like,
It tastes like funnel cake.
I'm like, I could taste the batter from the General Tell fried chicken in these fries.
Oh man.
Extra flavor.
Down.
Good though, low key.
Yeah,
when
it's,
it's like that.
so low key good.
But then we started fucking with what? Canton chili.
Oh,
Oh man.
shout outs to downtown fake haka.
Downtown Canton chili and then roll song. I fuck with roll song because I like dim sum and I can get it whenever I want. Go there and almost till 4 a.m. I can get dim sum.
You ever have the Dragon City dim sum?
Which one's that one?
We were just talking about Dragon City, but I remember there was a point in time when they were creating the new health coding system back in early 2000s, I believe. They were giving out like the green sign, the yellow sign. It was like a grading sign to show how good and clean and the health standards of your restaurant. And like Dragon City were all yellows. Like
Is this by Pacific Mall?
this is by Midland and Shepherd area.
Yeah.
It's crazy how they're still open though.
And they're still open, they're still going. And there's this one dim sum spot, and they got closed down multiple times. Every time they tried to reopen, they got hit with that red sign.
Damn.
But still went. Still ventured into the unknown.
Crazy.
What's the best advice you ever got?
Best advice
Yeah.
regarding dim sum?
No, anything really. It could be that if that's the best.
Best advice. Ooh.
Best advice.
Jeez.
Goddamn. Switch up.
Or the worst. You know, maybe you know the worst before the
Fuck,
best.
the worst? You want to hear the worst,
Yeah.
man? Fuck. Yo, go get a credit card, max that shit out, bro. You're young, man.
No.
You're young, bro. Just fucking do it.
Yo, that happens to a lot of people, man.
Oh man.
That was the
Some
worst.
mans that- yeah.
More than not.
Yeah.
Take that in, like maybe 80%.
Happens a lot. Damn.
Best advice or worst advice?
I mean, I don't know I can never figure out what the best is.
I
but
know,
I'm
it's
thinking
tough,
of like
man.
a good piece of advice that someone has given me.
Yeah, yeah. It doesn't have to be the best.
Is make sure to collect before you select.
Mm.
That was, before you like pretty much explore your options. Collect a few, see what you like, then send it back into the world. And that was from my mom. And that was after I broke up with a girl. And
I was gonna
kinda
say
sad.
that's for some girl stuff too.
Yeah, I was so sad. She's like, "No, man, it's okay, because now that you're single and ready to mingle, now you can collect and then select." I was like, "Damn, Mom, that's poetic."
Word. That's good. That's facts.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Do you think a lot of the good advice comes with like relationship shit? Like a lot of people.
Yeah, I always find people always have something to tell you about love, because they've
been
it's such a
through-
general thing that everyone goes through. So
Yeah.
naturally, they have some applicable knowledge about it or insight.
And yo,
They just-
depending on like the outcome of it,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
different, right?
But
Like-
it's still poignant information that
Yeah,
comes
yeah.
from a perspective that was actually lived out. So, I feel like all love advice is valid, whether it's something you would take into consideration or not apply at all. But regardless, it's always a good reference point. I always like to hear people's perspective in general, like love, life, just good or bad. I want to know. Just be like, it's cool. Now I know.
Yeah.
I don't agree, but at least I know that there's people that think that.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's
Like
a perspective someone goes towards.
I bring it up with him a lot. It's like is the knowing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as long as you know, which way. As long as you know, but it's when you don't know, you're kind of fucked. You know.
And then it'll be two different answers from someone that's like still with that first person they loved or whatever,
Yeah.
compared to like someone that off the one they like,
Yo, Nick Cannon speaks up on his podcast with Charlemagne about that. My piece of advice two. One is donate. You gotta donate. You gotta give back. And the other one is from my chef when I went to school. Shout out Mr. McCann. Or Chef,
GBC?
Chef McCann.
Hold on.
Humber North. L building.
campus, baby.
You know what I mean?
Roso's back up.
No, there's just like
Make an honest profit.
make an honest profit.
That's it. And I live by that shit.
Word.
And, you know, like, I fuck with people that make an honest profit, and I'll just give them more. Like, yo, you know, like, just,
Yo,
it's just, people
working
are
in the
too
kitchen is
greedy,
real
bro.
honest work, man. That's for sure.
It's crazy that part. I was watching that, and I was just like, everyone jokes from the kitchen.
Yo, for real, man.
It's
For
and,
real.
Yo, and when I was managing the Here Burgers and
Yeah.
stuff, I told the owner, because he's married to my cousin, you know, and I'm like, yo, treat them nice. Let them eat whatever they want. Give them one free meal, and then after they could buy one for 50% off or whatever on shift.
Yeah.
You know? Or even after.
Yeah.
No one stole, bro.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I was proud of that shit.
Yeah. For
You know what I mean? So people were coming high and loud that shit.
It's all good,
You
man.
know what I mean? Just
Treat them good, they'll treat the company good, you know?
don't fuck up.
No, for
And I just
sure.
kept saying, I'm like, my job is to protect you guys from that guy watching that shit right there. So
Yeah.
if you're on your fucking phone, just stand over here. You know what I mean? Do your shit, take a little break. But whatever.
You can't shit the church.
Word.
Go on all the
Don't
way
shit
there.
the church.
Honest work, man.
What's some of the craziest jobs you've had?
Yo, I've worked over like, yo, and everyone that knows me could vouch for me, bro. I've worked at least maybe 40 jobs, bro. No joke, like,
Jeez.
40 different jobs, bro. All
Good for
kitchen
you,
shit,
bro.
all different kitchens, construction shit, bro.
Crazy.
Some asbestos shit, like what you're talking
Hey,
about.
asbestos.
Yeah, enough shit, bro. But a lot of kitchens for sure. And yo, that life is different, bro.
Yo,
That
different.
kitchen life is different.
Yo,
man.
it made me like feel,
It made me never want to own a restaurant,
yo,
to be quite honest.
real
But,
shit.
but,
Real shit.
but I'm much more admirable for the people that do.
Yo,
Word.
You know, like I didn't know. I didn't know.
Yo, the funnest place
that's
though.
why I don't have one.
Funnest place was Moxies, bro. Fairview Moxies in like, so probably like 2006 to like 2000.
How old are you? Paint
Yo.
the picture. How old are you? How old are you?
I was in high school. I was a little after high school,
And you're a cook, a line
and I was a
cook?
line cook, and
Yo.
that shit was live, bro.
Funniest meme I've seen in a while is a picture of Machine Gun Kelly and a picture of Megan Fox. And then they had the title, the top said front of house and back of house.
Yo,
And that's a
crazy.
straight Moxie's
Yo.
front of house, back of house.
and Moxie's parties, bro. Oh my god, the Christmas parties, Halloween parties, bro. They had to
Yo.
off that shit because someone died, bro. Holy it got so crazy. that someone-
Christmas party, guys.
Yo,
But did you die? No,
Yo,
bro, I
tip
don't know.
out going all to the bar, man.
that shit
Did
was
he
crazy,
die?
man. I'm glad I worked there, man. That shit was wild.
Yo, did you hear? Yeah, bro. Chad just got 86, bro.
Yo, we had a chance, too,
Done.
bro.
Chad is
We had a
done.
chance.
86, bud. Bro.
Bugs, man. And yo, mans were doing shit out of the kitchen, man. You
All
know,
day, yeah.
chopping whatever,
That's
doing
half the
this.
reason why I
going
stayed
back
in the
up.
kitchen.
Yeah, yeah. And you're right. We eat for free every day, bro.
Every day.
French
That's half a
fries.
living.
That's our perk.
You know, that's half a living.
Of fucking standing on our feet for
Yeah, yeah.
fucking 12 hours.
Half a
or
living
10
is trying to
hours.
find food.
What is that?
You know what I mean?
But yo, it's only blessed when the people you're
Your
working with
line
are
is
blessed,
blessed.
you know?
Yeah.
Because I've been in kitchens where it's like tense the whole time, bro. And it's like, fuck.
You gotta
hectic.
cut. You gotta dip.
Yeah,
Quit
man.
on that day.
Yo, you know what? That's good advice right there, man. Don't invest your time into something that can replace you, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Anyone could replace you. Yo,
That's why.
Disposable.
You know? Yeah, man.
this happened something close to me. I'm not gonna bait them out, but worked for a cell phone company from 18 till 32. What is that? 14 years,
Yeah.
bro. Laid him off. Gave him 6 months package.
That's it. For
Bro.
all those years, bro. It's crazy.
I've never seen a grown man cry, bro, like that. You know, it's just like, why are you? You didn't think this could happen to you, bro? You know, I'm like, I'm one of the youngest in my family, all my cousins and all that shit, right? So it's hard for people to listen, but you can listen now. You know,
Yeah.
it's just learning experience. You know, that's why like everyone here has a hustle in us.
Oh, yeah,
Some
no.
people don't. They're cut from a different cloth. You know, they're not really. They don't put it in like that. You know.
No, from young.
I'm trying to think of really ridiculous jobs though, because like there's crazy jobs, there's kitchen jobs that were hard. And
Yo.
whatnot, but like really random, like really that's a thing. That people do that?
shit!
Oh,
You know, like, I remember
Like-
at one point in time, I was the guy. Like I was working in a factory that was gluing coupons onto the backs of harder, thicker cardboard pieces. You know,
okay.
so. Like, remember that movie that you put me onto?
Queen Pins?
Queen Pin?
Queen pin.
Those chicks made millions off
Seen
of
that?
coupons.
Y'all seen that?
I checked it when
Yeah,
you took
bro. There's just all these coupons. I just remember getting mad paper cuts from like just putting these coupons against the back of these little boards and gluing them together. And I'm like, why am I doing this? You know, you feel like Eminem in the plant and shit. The 8 Mile.
If
like,
you had,
just like, whoa, this is my life already. I'm in my early 20s. Like, no, this is not what it is. And then, remember, before Down Street Park was like an open park, it used to be a parking lot for all these random cars. So, like, I worked in the craziest cold conditions, like just recently with the crazy snowstorm. But I'd have to move these cars from like throughout the lot in and out onto those transport trucks. And sometimes,
Oh,
like
shit.
this one time we
That's
had
serious.
a shipment of like these Dodge Chargers that were just super powered up, like to the max, and they're all blacked out charcoal. I'm like, these cars look crazy. They're like, oh, these are police vehicle, like undercover police vehicles that are being shipped out to Kansas, and like, bro, the fucking torque that it was so sensitive. Like you could like one guy smashed the car because he didn't realize like one
The pressure.
slight little pressure on the gas. You're already going 50
Jeez.
miles, just like
fucking
right away.
Gran
So
Torino over
literally, bro, you're just like letting go of the weight of your foot, and it's just like you're already moving so fast. So trying to get those things on those trucks are so scary, just because you're gonna fucking ram right into the fucking back of a next
That's a crazy
rear
job,
end the car
man.
on the freaking transport truck. But yeah, that was a crazy job, just because I was driving so many different cars, just in the cold, sitting waiting for them to warm up, because you have to wait for each car to warm up before you move them. And yeah, man, just the feeling of being the first like 50 miles on a car. You know what I mean? Just knowing that you're the one breaking it in for the first time.
Word.
It's just a really, really cool feeling.
Bro, I learned how to drive stick at BMW
Oh shit.
when I worked there as a lot attendant.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to drive stick, bro.
Yeah.
I
You
just figured it out with a new
clutches.
Beamer, bro. Like a M5, bro. I'm like, oh shit. Maybe I shouldn't say that, but fuck.
That's
Hey,
all good.
whatever. You don't work there no more. Shout out to
It's all good.
BMW.
It's a Beamer.
This guy's
I'm so anti-Beamer.
for life.
Nah, I'm Ben's boy till you know it. Because
What's your craziest job, bro?
my craziest job I ever had. Holy
Like on
shit.
paper job, bro.
Oh, on paper. I'm trying to think. Okay, so.
Strip club host.
Jeez.
Oh, yeah, Diamond. You're up next. No, so on paper, this guy saw me playing ball, and he was like, he had his lawn care service. And he was like, you ever cut lawns? And I'm like, yeah. But I pay someone to do mine. But anyways, he's like, yeah, you know, you ever want to come work for me? You know, like I was like, oh god, this guy's definitely not a lawn guy. This is just definitely a fucking cover. This is a shell company for this guy. You know what I mean? You ever cut a lawn? I'm like, yeah, okay. So sure enough, my boy was already doing it. And he's like, yo, each lawn's like $50. I'm like, this guy's giving you $50 to cut a lawn? It ain't shit. You know, we were younger, whatever. Like $50 to cut a lawn, I'll do that shit in a half hour.
Yeah.
You know? But you show up to these big ass places, you know what I'm saying?
Oh
Acres.
shit!
And it's like you and a couple other guys, you know, doing it for $50. Okay, cool. But then like it
And they
kept,
give you the rolling ones. That's like the manual joint. So you gotta go
Oh,
back
my-
and forth with them. Yeah, the spinners.
no, they give us the
Spinners.
gas ones, you know,
Okay.
at least. And we out there just cutting, and then from there it was like weird because like he treated it like the streets almost, or how I recognize it as, because you would move, you had a chance to move up, you know. So he'd be like, okay, so grass cutters, you know, good luck tomorrow. And then he'd be like, okay, you guys want to do bushes? It'd be like, bushes? Like, yeah, all right, so it's different type of machinery. So it's like the wand saw, like, oh, you're making all this crazy shit. But this entitled you to go to certain places that, like, were gated now.
Yeah.
You know, we weren't just cutting commercial shit and all that crazy fucking... So they would go to the gated communities and we'd see this, like, crazy things, like, stuff that... Like, I think, like, it was those things where as long as you see it, you know it's attainable.
Yeah.
You know, like, because prior to that, like...
My bad.
Prior to that, you're just like... I didn't even know this was possible.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
so once you're past the gate, you're like, oh shit, a little bit of metal just separated us from this bullshit right here.
Yeah.
And then I'd see it, but
From one job to another job.
one job to the next. I'm this one now. Hey, you ever lift fucking stones?
Holy.
I'm in masonry. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. So it's one thing leading to the next, and then.
Then it's, hey, you ever lift any cars?
And then, and then eventually it was like, yeah, it got to my earliest days of the most underground organized crime shit I've ever done in my entire life. So those types of things led me from like 12 all the way into like 18. I was fucking doing it, bro.
You ever heard of
name it.
cryptocurrency?
But these guys were like, but here's the thing, this is the funniest thing for me, is the accounts weren't for the accounts. It was all to have gumas. Every account was a bitch they were fucking. So like they would just put these chicks up in the houses, pay for it. Okay, the lawn care service. This is how I see you every day.
What
This
the
is how I see you every
fuck?
other week or whatever. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, oh shit. I was taught so much like sleek game from fucking pieces of shit in my life, but I mean, you know, they're still cool. You know, whatever, it was still game. You know, for what it's worth. But as far as on paper, that was like the craziest. But off paper, for sure, I can't say. 1000% I can say.
So speaking of lawns, I gotta go turn on the sprinkler real quick.
Yeah.
Yo, want to close it out, actually? Fuck. Right now?
Yeah, we could. If you want.
Okay, well,
Hold on.
I'm going to stop the video for a second. We got a few minutes left. Or you want to keep going right now with this song?
It's up, man. It's up to you, man. We shoot the rock.
Yo, my craziest job,
Yeah. What's
I
up?
just fucking came from it. Real shit. In my whole life,
That's
fam.
fucked.
Bro, I just shoveled 8 driveways by myself. Look at me, I'm 140 soaking wet, bro.
8 driveways. God damn.
So yo, I was semi-retired for the last 2 years. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And that's what we're gonna go into with the real estate thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
You bought
So-
property out here, if you don't.
Yeah, down
Okay,
here. Like, maybe like 2015. I bought a townhouse, 2-bedroom. Then I bought a condo, 1-bedroom. Then the fucking market just went up. I sold both of that, made 300, like 150. Took that 3, bought a next crib. On high peak, thinking it's gonna keep going.
Uh-huh.
But I bought it high at about 1.2. So down payment of that is like two something, 240.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? For a whole year, it just stayed steady, about 1.2. If I sold, I would have just made my money back. You know, maybe lost in lawyer fees and all that stuff. But then, bro, this pandemic happened. 1.6. I sold my house and made a good profit.
Okay.
And with that, combined with I told my parents to do the same. I'm just trying to navigate because I don't know about your parents, but we had no financial literacy, bro.
No, for sure.
You know, and that bled onto like a lot of us. And shout out fucking Yasser for fucking putting me on. That's the guy that owned Hero Burgers. I was, it's crazy. I was cutting his hair when I was 15 in my fucking kitchen. Just boom, boom, boom. Dated my cousin from grade 9. He only had my cousin went to Dallas. I'm just gonna tell this story. After high school, he didn't go to college. He got a job at CIBC IT. Made about like 40 G's back then, 19 years old. Okay. Forgive me for fucking baiting you out, bro, but
Just don't say his name.
it needs to,
Oh, fuck, you did.
Yeah, it did. But we could, whatever.
Yeah.
But after that, my cousin went to Dallas for college, or university down there. So he went there. But homeboy applied at the university in IT. So he got a job there. Now he went to school for free. You know, if you work at a university, your kids go for free. Anything they want. So, did that book. Came back. Worked for TD, Toronto. But then he started buying real estate. Bought shit when shit was 150. Remember when condos were 150, bro? They're
In Toronto?
Anywhere in Toronto. Mainly Sauga, Scarborough, Toronto.
And this is
North York.
This is pre-build or?
I did pre-build.
Okay, yeah.
Just because I didn't have the capital. You know what I mean? It's like I basically lived off a line, and that's what I was just trying to tell people, everybody out there, go to the bank and ask for a line of credit. That's it. If you have good credit, go to the bank, ask for a line of credit. And you can ask why. Make something up. Say, hey, I want to build a relationship with y'all. I want to buy a car. I want to build a future. Blah, blah. I need da-da-da-da. Say something crazy, like I need 100,000. Even if you make 40 G's a year. They might give you 50, but guess what? You can buy pre-construction now. And that's where you make the loot. So that's pretty much what I've just been doing ever since, you know, I got 3 kids now. You know what I mean? So I gotta actually like figure it out without fucking shoveling the driveway. So the reason why you missed it, bro. The craziest thing, I just came from that. I shoveled driveways today, bro.
Talk about crazy jobs. He's like, I just came from one.
Because so take this in. So I'm bored. Like all of summer, I was golfing. I was just living the life. But like none of my brethren, they're all working. So I'm in the studio sometimes, or you know, doing shit. So now I'm like,
I need to do something.
Call my boy. Hey, you need help fucking shoveling driveways? He's like, yo, I'll call you. I was cutting my boy's kid's hair today, bro. 9 p.m. Yo, can you work? I'm like, when? He's like, now. I'm like, fuck, give me fucking 20 minutes. Fucking, yeah, bro, whatever. This man called me. He's like, this is the list you need to go to. I was like, yo, give me the list early so I can do my research of what house to go first. You know, so I'm just analyzing every type of, you know, like whatever I learned to just apply to this right away. Yo, I got to the first driveway. I swear to God, bro, it was this high. And I'm like, where do I start? Real shit. The first one took me an hour and a half. And he's like, just take pictures so the customer doesn't complain. Yeah, whatever. You know what I mean? I took pictures, bro. Boom. On to the next. Just like a good employee. But I'm like, yo. And then after a while, you know, you just get used to lifting shit. It's just like working out. Yeah. So I thought about shit. I'm like, yo, I don't even work out. This is good. And then this man texts me.
There's a rocky workout right there, bro.
It's crazy. And then this man texts me. He's like, yo, you want to come? I'm like, I've been asking. I'm like, yo. Just, you know, so.
You just did the Mr. Miyagi fucking workout. Like, that was the wax on, wax out. You didn't realize.
Real shit.
Right now, if you want to uppercut somebody, your strength is fucking next level. You're fucking that uppercut from the fucking digging. Ooh, you ready to go, bro.
Yo.
RZA will hire you real quick as a grave digger from that.
But yo, real shit, man, it humbled me, man. Because, like, I don't do labor shit, bro. You know? I'm not that guy. Cooking was the most. But I liked it.
What'd you like cooking the most? Like, what did you like cooking the most?
Like, what in cooking? Or what food?
Food.
Crack. Crack cocaine, son.
Baking soda and...
Back then, when I was eating meat, it was like steaks.
Your ital. You don't
yeah,
eat... Okay.
straight. For like 4 years now. That's because, same thing, chocolate bars. Yo, remember your brother was on that for like 2 weeks, bro. When we were hooping.
He's on it for longer,
Yo,
low key.
yeah. When we were hooping.
So you're on your fruits and roots, huh?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Your chakra bars.
Yeah,
So explain your dietary right now. Like, you wake up, you eat...
Coconut water. First thing that touched my mouth, or tea. You know, put some lime in there. Just cleanse the body. And then I'll go to the bathroom, digest everything for like, you know, maybe 2 times before lunch. And then I'll have a smoothie, right? Maybe 1 or 2 smoothies.
What's in the smoothie?
I'll make like mango, hemp seeds, chia seeds. You know, that's one. And then do almond butter, cacao from the Philippines.
From the Phils? Do
Do
you use like oat milk? What do you use?
Almond milk, I guess, sometimes. But yo, I made my own. It's actually fucking easy,
You
bro.
made your own milk?
Yeah.
Please explain that.
It's so easy.
Okay.
You just need a milk bag. You fucking grind up almonds with water and you strain it. And if you want some sweetener, put whatever, a maple syrup, and put some dates, you know. But we don't have time, man. What do? We just order everything. I'm guilty of that shit too, straight up, you know. I'm just trying to learn each day, man. That's it. And that's what I'm saying. Chaka, Dr. Sebi, you know. These people changed my life, bro. Why? It's because my mom had cancer. She beat that. Had cancer again, beat it, but she's still eating the same stuff. Sorry, Mom. You know what I mean? But like, she's fighting. My mom's a fighter, so everyone has their time, you know. So.
But going back to the cooking, you like to cook steaks?
Back then, yeah. Just anything grilled, you know.
What kind of steak? You eat it well done?
Probably in New York.
What kind of New York?
It's kind of weird talking about this now. I haven't spoken about this in a while. No, it's
So
cool.
I'm trying to build that perspective real quick, so because you haven't eaten it. So
Yeah.
can you like? Does it like? Do you have any correlation with taste even still? Or
Nah.
no? Like, it's gone.
I could remember it, but I don't really. My
Smell,
taste buds
like-
change, yo. That's what happens. You know when people are like, oh, this is too bland. Yo, your taste buds will change, especially when you get older. Things change, man. Your smell, your hearing, your fucking toy, you know, like just everything just changes, bro. Like,
What do you like to cook? Like, go-to cook?
That wasn't roti.
You know, I love Trinidadian food.
straight up,
Like cooking up a bake in the morning is great with some
fucking
saltfish.
bacon shark.
But no, my favorite thing to cook, like I've come to the point in my life where convenience is
The way you cook?
almost as important as taste. Because I used to make eating and cooking an event every time I cooked. I was like, this
It's
is
not sustainable.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not sustainable. So I would say, fuck, man. Straight Filipino tapsilogs. Anything somewhere silog, which is like fried. For those of you that don't know, it's like garlic rice, fried garlic rice with the fried egg and whatever side meat, whether it be in. Normally, you just can buy them processed, already ready to just reheat on the pan, or it's already there. You just got to throw it on the pan one time, cook it up, whether it be longanisa, beef tapa, tocino, fucking all that shit. That is, to me, is just, it's comfort, it's quick, it's easy. To me, otherwise people are like, wait, no, you're cooking rice, you're fucking cooking an egg, you're cooking 3 types of meat. How's that easy? How's that breakfast? But
Yeah.
for me, that is comfort. It's fast for me, and yeah, just because we always have like old rice in the fridge.
Yo, I seen your story, bro, when you were making sisig, bro. And I was impressed, man. I was
Crazy.
like, damn, bro.
Yo,
You showed us the whole thing in like 30 seconds.
take all the meat you have in the
I was like,
fridge
damn,
that you
that's-
haven't fucking
and it looked
used,
good,
and
bro.
just chop that shit up to the smallest bits you can.
Sizzle that.
You know, sizzle that bitch.
I
with
remember the first
garlic,
time in the
onion,
Philippines.
and ginger.
I didn't know
Peppers, good.
shit about being in the kitchen, and then I worked in the kitchen at La Mesa I had the honor of working with Norm,
What, you guys-
Dan,
That's
Dan
crazy.
Cancino, Kenny Bull, you know, Jer Bear, you know, a couple classic guys that are doing their things right now, you know. But yeah, like I'd see how they would make sisig, cook sisig, you know, like I'm in the dish pit now, you know, just like paying attention to what's going on. But yeah, it was an honor because, like I said, man, I didn't get too close to that kitchen too tough. You know, like I know how to cook
Yo.
the shit out of some al dente, but that's about.
Like, think about it. It's like the hottest environment and the sharpest environment. Like, why are we, you know? Like, it's a dangerous environment to work at. How many times we all cut ourselves and burn ourselves, bro?
The kitchen? Oh man, and it's the tightest.
I've
Yeah.
always cut my hand on a knife
It's dull.
without using it.
What?
So like a knife that's on the side.
Oh,
Like,
shit.
I'll, like it's right there. The blade will be here, and I'll just
Damn.
move my hand up like here, and then they'll just like slice the side of my finger. You know,
Washing it or something.
washing.
Yeah.
Like when I'm like washing the blade, it's I've cut my thumb. Never when I'm using it.
Mhm.
The only one time I cut myself. Was,
Yeah, but it's alright.
right. It was cut off a nail.
Yeah,
But
that's
I,
alright.
You know, I didn't actually cut myself till I bled. It was just like I said, whenever a knife was misplaced. So, but like you said, even the amount of times these people cut themselves from using a dull knife, and they're just putting too much pressure because it's not cutting.
Yeah.
And then whatever piece they're cutting slips, and then boom, thumb's misplaced. Just crack. It's always the thumb because you're just either holding the fucking item wrong. With the thumb not tucked in, you gotta hold that C, baby. You know, C's up. Just cat. That thumbs out. I'm like, no thumbs down. That thumb's gonna be cut.
I seen a man cut baguettes this way. Hold the bread, take boom like this, man.
And then
Jeez.
slice this.
You saying like this?
He would always do it, and one day it got him. One day it got him.
And that's the thing. It's the
That was
one
it.
time.
I
That's
know,
why it's
I
almost
know.
like you never do it,
Word.
right? It's like peeling. Yo, a lot of people. Like this is advice for people at home that don't really cook. Whenever you peel anything, peel over a bowl. Don't peel over a garbage. Get a bowl and peel over that. And then when it gets full, throw that bowl in the garbage. Because if you peel over a garbage and you drop it, it's fucking in the garbage. And how many of y'all will probably get that shit? Because that's the last item. You know what I mean?
I mean, there's a lot of simple things that people don't realize to do in the kitchen unless they're taught it, right? The small
yo-
little things.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll be looking
life
like,
changing.
oh my God, really? Like, you're not going to do this? But then I'm like, oh, that's probably not common knowledge to the average person
That's why, I noticed kitchen mans are smarter, bro, than the usual, because it's like there's common sense exists in the kitchen, bro. Compared to like out, like just out
It's
in
other
other
industries.
workplace.
It's common,
yeah.
uncommon,
Bro,
it's uncommon
I know,
common
man.
sense.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
You
have to
It's
be
crazy.
efficient.
Like,
Everything, bro.
something as small as, like, when I've first learned how to chop what the French would call a brunoise. Okay. They would leave that one root end of the onion, to keep it in place so that you can cut slices and then cut the other slice to already cut into the small dice, right? But then it's that one little piece of the onion that holds it together while you can still create that finely chopped as opposed to like doing a rough chop with the blade. Saves time, makes it neater. And it's a small, simple technique, small little trick just to save the seconds. in
And
the
onions
process,
going everywhere.
right? And
real.
onions going everywhere. I seen that's the thing that I see people cut themselves most on because the layers of onion will slip.
Yes.
And you're
Anything
holding
with
it wrong.
layers.
Boom, right?
Lettuce.
Sometimes, and they'll chop off those two sides, and then chop up the slices, and you got pieces going everywhere. It's and I see people holding the knife wrong, and I'm like, this is like, I can't watch, and people just towing that line, for so long until they get that one cut, and they're like, they're scared to cut onions.
They all buy chop chops.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Slap chop. Oh man.
Those infomercials are crazy, bro.
Yeah, I think we got like 5 minutes on the camera.
Oh shit. All right. Well, shit, man. Thank you. Thank you, Franco, for coming through.
Fuck, thanks for having me.
Appreciate your
Hung out
energy
the
and
whole
time.
You did it. You did it. You made it through.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you, Billis,
First of
one
many
more time.
guests. First
Thank
of
you,
many
brother.
guests.
Thank you, Billis.
And,
Oh, wait,
Russ-
yeah, you're the first guest, huh?
Yeah.
It's Frankie.
Respect.
Congrats.
Yes,
You're the
man.
first honorable guest
Thank
here
you.
at his brother.
Breaking the ice for us.
You know?
Yeah, man. A lot of firsts that are gonna happen. I have to lose my virginity. That's a first. Shit like that. But Norm, you have any?
You just broke his brother's virginity.
That's fucked up.
And if you're saying pause at home, let that shit play.
Hey.
2022. Come on now. Anyways, what do we got going on? Is that what we
Yeah, you have anything you want to exit with?
This week, there's a whole lot of nothing going on here in Toronto, Canada.
The weather is wild out
There's
here.
secret comedy shows that I can't even tell you about. But if you find out about them, come through. See you there. Or maybe DM me. Find me and I'll give you some information about these secret shows that I may or may not be throwing. But yes, just hit me up, man. At Big Norm Show.
Rosos, anything?
Same thing, man. Hit me up for the secret runs, man. You know.
Oh,
Secret
secret ball
runs.
runs, fam. Yo, dog.
Oh shit.
Yo, we're gonna go to a run on Friday, bro.
Let's go.
Shout outs to Nicholas Boss.
Oh jeez. Oh yeah. He has that thing going on. Tell him to let me in there, man. Fuck.
I'm gonna reach.
Oh no, fucking the His Brother Squad.
Might have to reach. Thank y'all for listening. God bless you. Good night.
Peace.